And what did he say specifically to you?
Sit down, nigga.
Keyshawn Chambers is a freshman at Valley High School, a Boy Scout, a football player, a member of the ROTC, an honor roll student. He was hanging around his teacher's classroom door in December. The teacher told him to sit down, and the teacher says that Keyshawn used the N-word first.
And I just kind of was stunned a second. Well, then get away from the door, nigga. And I repeated the same insult because that's sort of what I've been trained to do.
The school district says that is not what they trained English teacher Paul Dawson to do.
He tried to say I said it, and I didn't say it, and no one else in the class knows that I said it because I didn't.
Documents from the school investigation show that several of the students interviewed from Valley did not hear Keyshawn say the N-word first. Dawson says that students use the slang version of the N-word at Valley High School all the time. He says N-I-G-G-E-R is a racial slur, but says that students use N-I-G-G-A.
He tried to get that heat up off.
This nigga trying to justify it.
Right here.
And Dawson says that's
See, there's nigger and then there's nigga.
Come on, the slang version to feel more comfortable with black students.
Yes, I use nigga. I've used it. I admit it.
He coming
I
clean.
put the H on it to emphasize it's nigga. That, nigga this, nigga please, nigga. Can you lend a nigga a pencil?
What kind of example are you setting for your students?
Can you get the nigga a pencil?
Use a word that you
He said, can you lend a nigga a pencil?
Can I hear him say that?
Oh, shit.
Nigga. That, nigga this, nigga please, nigga. Can you lend a nigga a pencil?
Say that shit good.
Can you lend a nigga a pencil?
That sweater, nigga.
He really used it in a motherfucking sentence.
You know what I always say, man. It's like, just stay out of it, man.
Speakers. Of course, I'm your man, the African Caesar. This is the Sneaker Box Saturday morning show right here on Woodward Sports. And of course, I'm joined by the rest of the crew. Well, some of the crew. We got Adrian. She's out of the booth today.
Hi.
So we got her sitting behind the desk with me and the Black Republican of the show, Guru. My bad, conservative? You want to say conservative?
Nah,
Does that sound better?
Only Black Republican I like is a Hov and Nas record. So that's the only Black Republican I like.
But got a number of things we're gonna get into. No guests today, thank God. I love having guests, but sometimes no, not in a bad way. It's just sometimes you get so caught up in talking to them that we kind of run out of time to get to the rest of the stuff that I had planned for the show. So this allows us to kind of play some catch up. But a number of things I want to get into before we get into any topics of discussion. One, we're going to be moving to Sundays after Memorial Day. So we're going to go from the Saturday morning show to the Sunday evening show. It'll be Sunday evenings, I believe, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So set your calendars for that. It will be the weekend after Memorial Day. I believe that's May 6th, if I'm correct.
I mean, June 6th?
June 6th.
June 6th. Yeah, we're going to go back in time. And then also, this is episode 294 if you're following the podcast. So that means we are 6 episodes away from episode 300. I don't know what we're going to do for the 300th episode celebration.
Something fun, something exciting.
We got to do something. I don't know what we're going to do.
Maybe a live
maybe just get a bunch of silly string and then spray all over the studio. Stick is shaking his head. No.
Exactly, please.
But yeah, 294 episodes. That's crazy to me that we've been able to do a sneaker podcast for this long. It is like ridiculous. Like I said before, I'd never thought. If you would have told me when we first started the podcast in Jumpman's Basement that we'll be here doing this show like the way we're doing it now, this many episodes in. Like the places we've been, the people we talked to, it's been absolutely nuts. It's been a wild ride. I can't wait to see where we go from here.
The next 300.
Boy. Like when you say the next 300, like it sounds like a huge task. Like that's why I like thinking about it now to even think that we're even close to 300 episodes. Like that's been like 7 years worth of like show for us.
Wow.
And another 7 years.
That's a big accomplishment to
It
stay,
is.
you know, to stay with it too. That's a hard thing to do. Is to keep going and keep going despite everything else going on in your life and distractions.
Man, we've had some close calls
obstacles.
too. I mean, just the situation that we just left from.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we just get by through the skin of our teeth. Oh, did I get the Jordans? So I know everybody else is doing the same thing right now. Everybody's checking the sneakers app, trying to see if they got those 7s that just dropped. I don't know if I got them. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get an email or a text from my sister because for whatever reason we're connected on the same sneakers app, and she gets the alert first for whatever reason. I don't get it. Like, so usually when I win, usually when I win, she'll be the first one to notify. She notifies me before sneakers app notifies me.
Oh my God.
That's the crazy thing, right? So
you have an iPhone, don't you?
no, I got a Samsung, the better phone.
That's why you're getting it late.
Samsung is the
I'm
better
not
phone.
gonna lie, like I have a Samsung and an iPhone, but my iPhone notifications come up like that, but then my Android be like delay. So that's probably why. Honestly, I think that's why. If she has an iPhone.
I'm Team Galaxy. She does have an iPhone.
Okay, well that's the reason.
Yes.
I'm telling you, that's why.
Well, what's his name? Sit on the board for Nike, doesn't he?
Tim
The
Cook
CEO.
listened to the board. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Tim Cook.
So yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah, so.
That definitely explains a lot.
Well, coming on 300 episodes though, that's a lot. That's a lot of testament not only to the dedication to us and everybody here, but and who was a part of the show and still is a friend of the show.
Right.
The listeners to be able to tune in for this long,
Yeah.
So many other different other avenues and sneaker entities and shows to kind of support us this long. It's really a testament to who supports us and who listens to us. So thank y'all.
Yeah, maybe we need to do a party.
We should.
Like a little party, invite people.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking
The
about inviting
fans.
everybody that's been a part of the show back for that episode. But yeah, you're right, Guru. Like, especially with the shout out to the listeners, man, because that gives me faith. That gives me faith in the world again. Because it's like, you see all the fuckery that goes on, and it's just like, oh my, like I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it's been times where I'm like, I quit. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm done. Yeah. And then, but something keeps me going. Like I never forget. One of those times was when right before we went to the Nike trip, I was like, man, I'm so exhausted. I'm done. I'm burnt. I'm spent. And then we get the invite, and I'm like, well, can't stop now. Like,
right? That's when
like, we gotta keep going.
Yeah.
So
your
something happens. Like the universe wants this show to exist. It makes me think about. Remember the '93 finals? Charles Barkley was like, God wants us to win the championship. Now, that's probably not a good analogy because they went on to lose. But point is, the universe wants this show to exist. So
people want the info. They love you guys.
Thank you. We love y'all too.
We do. Thank y'all.
Social media. You can follow us on Twitter at TSB_show. You can follow us on Instagram at @thesneakerbox_show, and then you can follow us on Facebook by simply looking up the Sneakerbox Radio Show. And if you want to leave us some voicemails, we're going to get the phone lines going soon, but we're going to stick to the voicemails for now.
You can hear this nice voice on the other line.
Exactly.
Hello, how are you?
And then you get a chance to think about what you want to say. I know sometimes people freeze up when they get on the phone because they don't know what to say, especially when they know they're live.
Right.
But if you got any sneaker comments or questions, or if you're going to respond to something we said on the show, make sure you call us at 248-677-1803, and we'll try to respond to it on the next episode.
Yes, as quickly as possible.
Trap Money Ali, we appreciate it. A YouTube comment, Trap Money Ali said, congrats on almost close to 300. Thank you.
No, I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it, man. And I haven't done this in a while, too. Shout out to Mitchell and Ness. Shout out to y'all. They've been supplying me jerseys every show. For people that don't know,
I haven't went there.
Yes, these are all Mitchell and Ness, and they've been showing me love. So we'll see how far this goes. So, I mean, I can't imagine, like, if we go another 300 episodes, like you said, I mean, I don't even know if they have 300 jerseys to send me. So,
I have to switch it up.
Yo, real quick, before we get into anything else, if y'all going to send me a jersey, y'all first, what y'all need to do, take advantage of the moment, make a Kwame Brown jersey. Like, make a swing man. I don't care. Make a Kwame Brown jersey. Take advantage of this moment. I guarantee you people will buy it. I will buy it. I will buy a Kwame Brown jersey. You make the Lakers and the Wizards. I'll buy it right now.
Yeah, okay.
Real talk. Like, I like dude.
Oh my God, it's been so long.
What, is it Kwame Brown?
Yeah, he definitely got that Michael Jordan spirit on because he was like, send me more jerseys,
Okay, send us all Kwame Brown jerseys.
I mean, all I asked was a LeBron.
I asked him.
Cast. They must like LeBron, man.
I will. You know what? That's what I do. I will connect y'all.
Maybe the Kobe one. You know what I'm
I
saying?
need a jersey dress. Take it back.
That's definitely gonna match our
shorts. So I guess I gotta start small. Just kind of get some Mitchell Ness shorts. It'll be Lakers, Heat, Cavs shorts, please. Thank you.
Just those 3 teams? Just those 3 teams?
Yeah, just those 3 teams. I don't ask so much. You gotta start small. I can't come out making all these demands. You know, come start somewhere.
Give me a hoodie.
No,
I don't know hoodie. Summertime. I want no hoodie.
Wait for the
but no,
it can be summertime forever.
Playoffs are about to start, so I don't wear. I don't. You know, for the playoffs, I have my. I don't say ritual, but my thing where I wear all LeBrons. You know, throughout the whole playoffs. You know, especially on game days. Right. If it's like a Kyrie or KD or a current player who's playing, I don't wear it.
Now you were just telling me before the show there was glue issues in your LeBron 8 hardwood classics.
They're really the Knicks. Like, this is one thing I had with Nike, right? That shoe, they didn't know where he was going to go, so they made the Knicks colorway. It was that one, and they made a white, blue, and orange one.
Right.
They made a blue and white one for the Mavs, and they made a black, charcoal gray, and red for the Bulls, right? So they know where he want to go. So, like, this was actually a free agent shoe. Nike brought it back and said, it's a hardwood class. Remind you, with the 8s, he was in Miami. He wasn't in Cleveland.
I know. I'm just saying the colorway does lend itself to being able to
they marketed it like, why don't you just call it like a free agency pack? Like,
right.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, look what they did with the Jordan 1. I mean,
the Space Jam too. Like, that wasn't the Space Jam, bro.
True.
Like,
True.
That's what because you got people not believing that's a hardwood one, and actually it wasn't. But yeah, it was just. I got this like huge. Like, the shoe was like, it wasn't smoothed out when they glued it to the midsole. So it's like bubbling out, and I got like this huge.
Okay, well, technically it was
Maybe
the shoe
you
he wore in
just got a
Space
bad
Jam. It's just he actually wore them in the playoffs first.
So the ones that came out in 2000 weren't the ones in the movie?
No.
So they had a 45 on the back. Okay, we gotta get Jumpman out. We argued about that before.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say it's more of the playoff shoe. It had 23 on the back. Like, that's the one he wore in the movie. 45 is the one he wore in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's.
But it's still the same shoe, though, same colorway and everything. The ones that came out in 2000 had a blue Jumpman, and it wasn't Concord.
Yeah, that's what. No, I believe they're the playoff PEs. Like, that to me, they're.
I agree with you too. I see them more as that because of the 45.
Right.
But had it had 23, I would go with the Space Jam.
It was not something the nickname. They even packaged it that way, from the clothes to the paper inside the box.
We're talking about the LeBron 8s?
No, the Space Jam, the playoff Space Jams.
I'm just happy that they actually put thought and effort into packaging.
On the wrong shoe, it's easy to do that. But yeah, man, I like the shoe. Like, they've been doing. I can't complain. So far, outside the Zoom generations, I feel like they made more boxes. They've been doing the LeBron retros some justice. So
I wonder how much these 7s gonna go for in resale.
What 7s? Oh,
the ones they dropped this morning.
They ain't gonna go for much.
Whatever. Okay, you know what? Let's get to our 5 sneaker releases, because I'm going to get pissed thinking about this, man. I swear to God. Number 5, we have the Nike Air Max 96 2 Quick Strike Beach. It seems like it's been a while since I've seen the word Quick Strike.
Right.
But these are clean as hell.
I like them.
Those are nice.
I like them too.
I'll rock it, man. Yeah.
Those are nice.
So many different ways.
And I feel like I can't. Part of me feels like I don't want to talk too highly about a shoe because I don't want to see it, get too hyped up, and then everybody and their mama is out there buying them.
You got influence. You're trying to watch what you said because of your influence.
Right.
No,
influencer on
because you don't want to say it.
You said it, not me.
Everybody's gonna go after.
No, I'm just saying. Like, most people, I'm pretty sure most people this weekend, going into this weekend, knew like about the 7s and certain shoes. I don't know if this shoe is on anybody's radar. So now that we're bringing attention to it.
It might be now.
Yeah, exactly. So now everybody and mama's gonna go snatch up pairs and flip them for like $800.
Let me go hurry up and get my pair.
Yeah, so these are clean as hell. These are, especially with summer.
Yeah.
Is this summer officially?
No, not until June 20th.
Okay, so spring, still a clean shoe to wear.
Spring into summer.
Yeah,
and I like that denim touch too, like I do.
Oh yeah, this is denim done right.
Yeah.
So yeah, just enough to where you
can just throw some, match it up right, not
Right.
over the top.
Number 4, excuse me. We got the New Balance 550 oak leaf green. I want these, man. I've been wanting a pair of these for like.
Yeah, I've been looking at those for a while.
They
too.
give me Jamaican
The
vibes.
black and gray and red ones, sweet. The white and red ones. Like I want to
like
get a pair of
those.
those.
Yeah, these clean as hell.
New Balance definitely been trying to step it up for me.
So they could have came with a better name than oak leaf green. Or they could have called these like the Cool Runnings or something.
Cool Runnings, that would have been
Cool
sweet.
Runnings, yeah.
I like that.
But I'm just saying, like, these are clean though. These are simple, and like people are going for the more class, like 80s,
look.
Yeah. So these are definitely that style, and these are clean as hell.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, New Balance has been killing, secretly killing it. I know we talk about Jordans and Nikes a lot, but New Balance has been secretly killing it.
And they've been around for so long. Like, they were just remind me of a granddaddy shoe, and like somebody great grandpa.
For the longest, that's what they, people kind of put them in.
Orthopedics or something.
But I mean, to me, it's obviously the sneaker has to look good, but it also comes down to what you put with it.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about New Balance is the fact that they're not trying to, even though they got basketball shoes, they are kind of finding their niche. It's like, okay, y'all, Jordan, Nike, and all you big guys, y'all gonna do this? Okay, well, we're gonna stick to this lane.
Yeah.
And take over that way.
Because I actually been looking at some of their shoes lately, and I'm like, okay, I will purchase these. I will buy these. And usually they always are comfortable. I never had a problem with comfortability with New Balance.
Yeah, they like the one brand that like you can literally get any size, no matter like the length or the width.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, these clean as hell. Man,
they nice.
I want these. You
I
know
like
what? I'm taking after the show.
That'd be a good Jamaican shoe.
After the show, I'm taking my Jordan 7 money. I'm gonna go find these. Number 3, the idea score on these. Number 3, we got the Reebok Pump Omni Zone 2 OG footwear, white, wild orange, and black.
I like these too. Not on my feet, but I like them.
I love these shoes, and you know what's crazy? So, okay, so
pumps.
Reebok has kind of been on a nice streak. Well, okay, let's take that back because they were kind of. They were like on our ugliest release of the week. 2 weeks in a row, they had the Candyland pack and they had that Jurassic Park shoe. But they've been killing it with the releases like this.
Like, is this the pump, like you pump them like back in the day? Because I was just thinking about that. Like, what happened to the pumps?
Man, they need to bring them back. I remember they went crazy.
They did bring them back.
I thought I
was that 2012?
They brought back the D Browns like a month or two ago. Remember they were reselling.
I thought I did
for
hear
like $600.
Oh, wow.
But no, I remember that one year they was dropping like Reebok pumps like every month. It was like the 20th anniversary or something. I want to say it was 2012. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what year it was, but they were going ham with the Reebok pump releases. I think they need to bring those back.
I remember the question they was doing every month. I don't remember the pumps.
Yeah, it was like one year. It was like the 20th anniversary. And they were just dropping a bunch of different colorways, a bunch of different collabs or whatever. But these are hard. These are dope. I love this shoe. I didn't think everybody was gonna go after this shoe like this. And it's just funny to me. It makes me thinking about. It makes me think about Conan O'Brien because, not because of the orange or anything, but it makes me think about Conan O'Brien because I remember when he got the gig to do the Tonight Show, and then he lost it. And I remember when he started off, when he thought he had it in the bag, you could see he was still trying to find his way. And then like that stretch of shows when he knew he was leaving. It was like he didn't care no more, but it was funny as hell. And so it's like this situation with Reebok and Adidas, where Adidas is like, okay, I guess they're gonna do an auction out and give it away. Adidas is like, you know what, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like they just throwing everything against the wall, and right now they're sticking. Like there's been some misses, but I feel like recently there's been a lot more hits. Do
you think that the Yeezys boosted Adidas market? Because that's what it seemed like to me. Because I wasn't looking at Adidas until Yeezys came.
Really?
I mean, honestly, I would see them, but I really wasn't paying them that much attention.
That's a word for that.
And then it seemed
what's that word, Guru?
Bandwagon.
Nope.
I mean, to be honest, wasn't much to look at before he got there.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Out of a true you know what I'm saying?
I didn't see
so
anything.
He did bring a lot to.
Well, that's the point.
Some more flavor.
He did a lot to flavor.
But that's the point of bringing somebody.
We even talk about Adidas more than we did prior to Yeezy arriving.
I agree.
Yeah.
But going back to this shoe, though, I gotta say, the one thing that I really, really like about this shoe, or just what they've been doing with this shoe, is that it's not an Iverson. Like, I love Allen Iverson. I love his line, but like, dude, Reebok got some other heat that for whatever reason they just don't tap into outside of Iverson's signature line. And so I'm glad they're doing something.
I mean,
with
what
this.
else did they got? The Shaqs and what else?
They got the Shaqs.
They tried
got
to do
this.
the Frank Thomas's that ended
I just told you the Reebok
lawsuit,
pumps.
Huh?
I told you they got the Reebok pumps. They could do more with the what was not the Kamikaze tools.
That's Converse.
Sean Kemp. What was his shoe?
They brought them back out.
Not the I'm saying, but they could have did more colorways with it.
They did. They did a burgundy one. They did the candy line. They
No,
did the black and white. They did the white and black.
Did some
they
white
did the low
colorways.
top.
I'm talking about actually some dope colorways with that shoe. They could do more dope colorways with this shoe, actually.
So, but here's my thing. This shoe is.
I mean, since everybody's just beating up one silhouette to death, I mean, why not beat this one up?
Because this shoe right here, it's not receptive to a lot of colors.
We'll see. I mean, by how we know, like they ain't really did shit with it.
Because when they open the color palette up, it ends up on your list.
Well, let's see. No, they don't. No, come
when
on.
They open it up.
Yes, Yeezy saved Adidas. I agree.
Definitely did.
I hate Adidas. I mean, I don't hate Adidas. I hate Yeezys. I hate Yeezys. However, I will acknowledge, like, yo, that I ain't gonna say it saved Adidas, but it definitely helped them.
It probably saved.
I ain't gonna say saved. That's a little strong.
Top 5 most important people. Most important people to sneaker culture, right?
Yeah.
Like outside the buying community, like say like people in general, right?
Yeah. Highlight punter.
I
agree.
would say you got Jordan 1, right?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan Tinker. I got them attached, right? Michael Jordan and William our man Smith.
Oh, what's the Smith?
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, both. I got them attached together, right?
Okay.
I would say I would have to put Kanye. I gotta put Kanye at number 2.
Okay.
Far as
I gotta think about that. I mean, I'm on the spot right now.
And most impactful people in sneaker, not from our side, like we may say the OSDs and the mayors and Jumpman bosses.
Because here's the thing,
but
though,
because
it's been relatively short though, so we'll see. Because Iverson had that same impact when he first got with Reebok.
But this is
long lasting.
Yeah, it's
like
longer.
forever.
It's like 5 years.
Iverson's more beloved by more people.
No, I'm saying if we look at the first 5 years
what
of
Jordan
Iverson
is
Reebok,
to Nike, that's what Kanye is to Adidas.
And I agree with that. I'm just saying it was like what 5-6 years, so it's still relatively short. I'm saying if you look at the first 5-6 years of Iverson with Reebok, it was getting that Reebok was like what the number 2.
But was people like going crazy about those?
Yes.
I mean, they was buying them, but I didn't see the same hype between the Yeezys and the Jordans.
Nothing was really getting hyped like that.
I would say this though.
Hype was right now is a unique thing right now.
I would say the only thing that Kanye had over that Iverson first initial run, and I had
first initial run,
I had question loads, all the answer 5s, answer 3s, is that Kanye brings more demographic to one product.
True.
Iverson's was all us.
Yeah.
It was all who?
All us.
Our culture.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So you know what I'm saying? Like that's the only thing that edges out. Like they're both impactful. I think Iverson's is probably one of the most influential people in basketball.
Not to mention you get
because I was gonna say because his style translated basketball and
so I would
the
say
braids.
like he changed the game. Like they had to change the rules because of this dude.
And people you still see today with the braids, the tattoos, the cross. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
He's more influential, and that's why I know I have a extreme amount of love for AI. But
Definitely do not.
I swear, like if
hey,
people
shout out
still
to
bring
Ty.
them
Like
up,
Ty
I
would know. Thank you,
still
Ty. The inner city has always held Adidas down, but Adidas does a poor job with connecting with the audience. I 100% agree with that.
They do. They don't really give you much.
I 100% agree with that. Because
and
Ty
then you
knows.
got to think the Kardashians also help boost that Yeezys too, because that's bringing in another demographic, the ladies too.
But no, this is the thing too, and I'm glad Ty jumped in to say that because there's what we see, and then there's behind the scenes reality, right? So like we don't, a lot of people don't have access to the numbers and whatever. And I think sometimes too in Detroit or wherever you are, sometimes you get trapped in that bubble. So that's you don't think outside of that. Because like we'll see stuff that move here and think, okay, that's happening across the country, like Vans, right?
Yeah.
Because Vans wasn't really moving here, but it was hot everywhere else.
Years before here.
But
you know what I'm saying? So
when I look at the grand scheme of it, like of course we don't know, but when we did a lot of traveling. You know what I'm saying? Even prior to, like, Adidas shoe, even working in retail, right? Prior to Yeezy going over there, I was working retail. when he was still with Nike is that Adidas was just selling the shell toes, and they'll sell the top 10s when we got them. It was kind of like the circle was small. You only went through them for maybe a couple things.
Yes.
Right.
He opened that box, and then he
Yeah.
got more people to come and over. Like, he didn't, like, they wasn't struggling financially. But
No.
he did.
But he
blow
brought
up
them
and
No, I mean,
back
Adidas-
on the map.
I mean, so
Because you got
Kanye-
the Run DMC effect of the Adidas that stayed in, stayed
that
out
lasted
for a
for a
while.
while.
Yeah, it lasted for a long time. And then it was like a little dormant.
I'm trying to think.
Then you got Kanye.
I'm trying to think because I know for a while, I ain't gonna. Because once again, relatively speaking, Adidas. I don't know if they were. I think for a while they were out of the top 4 because I remember it was Nike, Jordan Brand, which is still crazy to me that like a subsidiary could still outrank other full companies.
Right. Not to me when it's Jordan.
So you had Nike, Jordan Brand, Skechers. I want to say Adidas was like number 4. So definitely Kanye catapulted them from 4 to 2. And I think there was a stretch in 2019 or 2020 where Adidas actually outsold Nike. It was like during a quarter or something. But love the show. Great job. We got to get you in here, Ty.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got to get you in here.
Yeah, but like I said, it's gonna be actually.
You on our list?
I actually, what I got for number 3.
What?
I got Jay-Z. And why I say
Them
that?
S
What?
dots?
Yeah,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. No, he ain't lying.
Let me
Those
explain.
Turn my mic off.
Let me
because
explain.
that Gucci brand, that too.
Let me explain
I
to
don't
you.
know.
Let me explain to you, my dude.
Okay, go ahead.
While I say that about Jay, first non-signature athlete to have a shoe.
Yeah.
We'll do all the signature all non-athletes, right? Remember
Yeah.
I said that back in the show when we was on down the street, right? And then remember how kids are about Yeezys. We were like that in 03 and 04 about the S. Carters, the white and green, the black, green, and red,
The white and green
black
was
and pink,
nice.
all of those. Like we were. I mean, you may not have been.
No,
but
I'm saying I acknowledge there was some hype.
So that
I'm
was-
just saying for me personally, I
That's
look at
because
them
your
the same
foot
way.
is big, so you wouldn't be able to wear them shoes
Wow.
properly.
Wow.
I'm just saying, like, honestly.
But I would say because that
Wow.
opened the floodgates for everybody else from the Kanye. Because now
Yeah,
you have a
other
metric
artists.
saying, okay, if we don't give a non-athlete a
It
shoe,
was
we
somebody
can
else
still
too,
do
wasn't it?
business. Run DMC
Oh,
was
G-Unit.
endorsing the shoe that was
Yeah,
already
G
there.
Unit. That's
had
what
the
was
shoe.
G Unit.
Yeah,
50
G-Unit. So
Cent
it's like, I
had
opened the
his
floodgates for
brand
that, man.
definitely.
But it didn't
sold.
do anything. So when you say, okay, like, yeah,
That's 'cause
okay,
they didn't stay on it.
I didn't. Yeah, it didn't move the needle. Now you could say he was the first to do it.
I
And
say
I
Sean
guess,
Carter brand
I
definitely
guess.
sold.
I
Didn't they
guess-
go there? Didn't
They
sell
shoot
to
all this, so the
Gucci or
women's one,
something?
yeah, they let the Gucci 84s,
And
yes.
people wearing them too,
People,
so
they-
you
No,
there's a
still
reason why
adopting that same.
There's a reason why they
as that
discontinued that
idea.
line as quickly as they did, bro. It wasn't moving like y'all think it was.
What you mean? That gave. I'm saying that metric is the S. Carter more impactful than the Yeezy? No,
Right.
But him doing well on that.
And I think if Jay Z would have stuck to that, he
I'm just saying, if you
definitely
actually
could have
talk
made it.
Only reason I say
big.
that because I had an interesting conversation. This was about a year ago, maybe even longer.
And then fashion
Yeah, like-
transition right after that too.
It like
So-
that's why I say it didn't have like you talk to people from Reebok like no.
What?
It wasn't
It's popular,
doing.
like
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, and this goes back to my point of yes, you might see you and your friends buying them, and
But
they
you
might
know,
be sold at the
across the
mall.
board, it
But
wasn't
yeah,
selling.
from the big picture, they like, yeah,
But
this ain't
here's
doing
my
it.
thing. Like, when you say like me and my friends,
No, I'm not saying you. I
I'm
don't
saying
wanna
like
sound like I'm attacking
it
you.
sold extremely well. They made money off that. What they paid versus what they got back off of it,
Right.
was
Well,
a crazy number.
You and the Reebok will have two different
So
points of view.
tell me who's there? Do you think the people that are there at Reebok was back there in 04?
A lot of them, yeah.
04 to see
Yeah.
that S. Carter.
A lot of them.
Because here's my thing. A lot of
No,
times,
trust me. Like, I mean, once again, I mean, I will acknowledge that sometimes, depending on who you talk to, you got to take it with a grain of salt.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But
That
trust
was-
me when I tell you, the people I'm talking to, like, well, okay, the people that I talk to about that, I trust them.
because it's like to see like
Because honestly, I was like you. While I didn't like this shoe, I'm like, yo, these were big, and it was like, nah, not as big as you think.
I don't
Compared
think,
to who though?
That's what I'm
What I'm
saying.
saying,
Like,
but see,
if
when
you
you
bring
do
it
that-
to-
decide
if you
the
bring it up-
demographic.
They saying it wasn't.
But see what you just did? You created it like so in compared to what? Like it's not in compared to anything. It's just okay. Here's the expectations they had. What those expectations were, I don't know, but it didn't meet them.
But here's my thing though, right? Reebok had a high expectations, didn't meet them, but they was doing before that. What was that? 03, 04? Reebok wasn't that gave them a little spark, right? Did it hold them? Did it do what Yeezy did for Adidas? No, but nobody was doing that.
You know what this reminds me of?
Iverson's wasn't the most appealing. That's when he had.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
This reminds me of a couple years ago when we had that conversation about, I think we had read that news article about Yeezys. This is when Yeezys first became like, first was popping with Adidas. How they had got more Instagram likes. Mind you, Jordan made more money, way more money. You know
That's a household name.
Like way more money, but the headline was Yeezy got more likes.
But here's my thing. He was so crazy about that. Nike rather had the likes than.
That's the sad part. That's the sad part.
Like that's what.
No, but that's what I say to your point. Yes, like I guess culturally, I guess for lack of a better word, like it has some impact. But once again, these are people sitting behind. They looking at the numbers like, yo, okay, the cultural impact ain't matching these numbers.
But let me say,
like y'all talking about it on the blogs.
It was a transition in fashion at that time where that was kind of.
Jay had told people stop wearing jerseys. Had people in
and this is why
like his influence was just like,
and they didn't know because then Cameron came out with other jerseys.
No, so they did. People stopped rocking button-ups.
I was seeing people wearing button-ups at the Sean John button-ups.
That's how fashion goes. It goes
then
in
it
cycles.
transitioned into the polos.
But my point is, there's what we see. Like I said, like if you was somebody, you're looking at Yeezys, right? You looking on Instagram. Oh man, you see them all over the place. People liking all the pictures. They're getting 2,000, 3,000
more
likes.
of a demographic. Like I said, you got the Kardashians. You got the people that they mess with. That's also supporting the same brand. So,
but that goes back to my argument.
If you didn't have that same influential people around them, would it still have sold the same?
But that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Where cultural impact has its limits because sometimes it does not reflect in the dollars and cents.
True.
But here's my thing too. As someone who's had meetings. When I worked for a company, we had to go meet in Nike Town, Chicago, when Nike Chicago in the offices.
Yeah,
your numbers doesn't always translate. They'll say, "Oh, this shoe's doing. This old shoe's always doing well." Well, it's not doing well because we always got to RTV it. We always got to mark it down. Because sometimes one thing the numbers don't also tell you. They don't also tell you when you came into a store and we didn't have a shoe that someone wanted.
Exactly.
Well, you know, the numbers don't give you context. That's what it is. So it's just digits on paper.
So, like, that's my...
And so trying to strike that balance between, okay, here are the numbers, what does it mean? You know what I'm saying? Because you could look at some numbers and just...
Then they could be...
You know, one thing you can say...
You create whatever narrative you want to.
I'll even take this to basketball, right? We know Michael Jordan got the numbers, right?
Yeah.
But if you tell somebody, man, what was your favorite Mike moment? You remember the 93, they can tell you because outside we know what he did numerically.
Right.
The impact is still
what that's called?
Yeah.
That's called balance.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying the balance between, and that was what made Michael Jordan great because, yes, there was hype, but then there was also substance to it. You know what I'm saying?
But
so
that's
while he
what
was the most
known,
but I'm saying it was cyclical. It fed into each other. There are certain people. This is what creates greatness, right? Where people do something so great, substantively, that it creates the hype, and then the hype feeds into what they do, and it just becomes a self-perpetuating cycle.
Right.
Michael Jackson, same thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Some people don't live up to the hype, and then some people don't get enough. You know what I'm saying? So it's one. Very rarely do you find. That's what makes people great. That's what makes things great.
That's what makes.
But here's my thing: it's hard to
the consistency.
It's hard to. I'll say inside the African American community, it's hard to come across somebody in our age demographic, and they don't tell you about the S. They don't remember nothing about the S. Carters at that time period or where they got them from. Like everybody is like that to me inside of us because there's shoes all the time that's so well that they want to bring back.
Yeah.
How many times we beg for a shoe that to bring back that did well, and they bring back shoes. How many times they brought this shoe back?
At least three or four.
Too many times, but we still waiting on shoes, right? That will still sell if they brought back.
I'm trying to figure out what is Ty referencing?
Legal issues.
What shoe is he talking about? He's talking about. He said it's talking about.
Just the one colorway did well.
We need to get Guru some glasses. He about to lean over the desk.
He's talking about the S dots, I think. Is he
talking about the S dots?
84 Gucci's.
All you see
you know what? Thank you, Ty. Like, okay, so this is what I love about when I had talked to people who are in the know, who talk to people.
I agree
because
with
they know
that color gave it
because they know behind the scenes stuff that not everybody's privy to, and so sometimes it's hard to have these conversations because it's like, okay, like here's information, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like, okay. And it kind of creates that context for me. It creates, it's like, okay. Because like I said, going into that conversation I had with them, I was thinking the same thing like you.
I'm going to give you an example that he said that. 96 11s, right? Not even the original release, right? Everybody loved them. Boys to Men wear them, all that. Did they not go to clearance?
What, the 11s?
Yes. They did went to clearance because in 2000
because that's why I didn't get a pair.
Yeah. So they went to clearance because that's why in 2000 they were on the fence about retroing them because in '96 they went to clearance and they didn't do no well. So here's my instance. You have numerical information that the shoe didn't do well, but the culture, you still took a chance to give it another shot.
Right.
So even when they had the numerical data that said that shoe didn't do well,
okay,
we got the shoe retro, the impact, right?
I got to say this, though. Once again, there's context, because when we say things go to clearance, it's not like the shoe didn't sell well. It's just some shoes did manage to go to clearance, which happens, right? And so I think clearance has this bad reputation where it's like, if it goes to clearance, that means people didn't want it. No, some pairs just so happen, depending on where they sold it. Like, I'm pretty sure in Nebraska, Jordan 11s probably didn't do too well.
Right.
You know, farmers ain't trying to look nice on a Saturday night with their wife.
Hey, but here's my thing.
They're going to put on these nice boots.
But I thought that they would send, depending on how many that area is selling, that's how many they're going to send there anyway. They're not going to send so many when they know that the sale ain't going to be that high. In the
think, but sometimes,
that's
sometimes it's out of brand's hands because, I mean, especially during that time, everything was wholesale. So at that point, it's out of Nike's hands. It's at, it's in the hands of Imperial Sports and Foot Locker and.
Or maybe, and then you got to think too, in culture period, sometimes things just shift. People just don't be interested in stuff no more.
That's true. That's
start
fashion.
Coning in on something else. So it's like,
come on, man. Like, okay, everybody pull out their pictures from high school and see what you was wearing and would you wear them now?
People had those.
Remember them lampshade hats? Remember them lampshade hats? Those are hot.
It was plenty of S-dot lampshade hats. I remember the little China hats.
No, those are hot. That's what I'm saying.
People
like
had S-dot Carters.
No, people did. I'm just saying.
But I'm not saying that was the best or the most.
Like you said.
But I'm saying that wasn't the best or the most.
I mean, they not wearing them as much as they were.
That opened the door.
Excuse
for
me.
the non-signature athlete side. That's all I'm saying. For your Kyber Scotts, your Kanye's, and all of that, because you had someone who sold it. That's all I'm saying.
No, we agree. I did not expect that to turn into a long conversation.
Most of the public are bandwagon people, so whatever's hot, we're just jumping on it. And then you move on to something else.
Had hype when
Listen, I will say this.
And he was getting around culturally, but I believe that if he was to come out with a shoe not being married to Beyonce, it would go crazy compared to them as that.
I don't think it will go now because...
Why do people think that Beyonce made G and not the other way around?
It's called complimenting each other.
That forever confuses me.
She brings a different demographic to him. Just like he would have probably never been on Oprah if it wasn't for Beyonce. I'm sorry. He wouldn't have been on Oprah. She wouldn't have had him on her top.
Y'all Beyonce fans.
That's the female take on it.
Beyonce fans are, woo, boy. I Beyonce. Jay-Z was hot since 96.
But here's my thing.
Okay, in that sense, I think
probably before that,
Beyonce
95?
built Jay-Z, but I think that Kanye kind of gave him
did you
more
say
edge.
Beyonce did what?
She helped compliment Jay-Z into the mainstream.
No, he helped compliment her to the mainstream.
Because I'm telling you, once she brought him on Oprah, then everybody was messing with Jay-Z.
Everybody was messing with Jay-Z before.
Some people were.
Bruh. You bought S-Dot Carters without Beyonce wearing them, didn't you?
I never actually had a pair. I was observing.
Because
I had a gym
every
shoe.
Beyonce fan would tell you she helped Jay-Z, and I'm like,
I like Jay-Z.
I was alive.
Let me tell you, I like Jay-Z as a separate entity before he got with Beyonce. So I already liked his style previously before that. But when he got with Beyonce, it just made him a little better to me.
This is great when we
man.
when we don't have no guests, we can have a little bit of these more side conversations.
I love it.
But let me ask you this. If Beyonce had to quote unquote make Jay-Z, or had to make him more appealing,
I didn't say make him.
Okay.
Compliment
him. Yes, they compliment each other well because of their success. But outside of your remarks, a lot of people think like, and even some of Jay-Z haters like he blew up because of Beyonce. It was like,
she blew up because of Jay-Z.
I think that they probably I think they both gave each other some. She brought him into her world. He brought her into his.
Yes,
so she became more popular amongst
the
hood figures. She became more popular. He became more popular in everybody's home.
To Guru's point, there's a lot of people that think he needed her. And I'm like, nah, Jay-Z was a thing before Beyonce.
He didn't need her, but I definitely believe that she helped complement this. I mean, remember
He
that
was selling
song,
albums,
Upgrade
listen.
You? She made that for a reason.
He was going platinum like 7 years in a row before he did like that. Like, so, I mean,
Sell shoes.
Because he was by himself. It wasn't really no competition.
3 classics before he
He
met
didn't
her.
have no competition. Just imagine if like
That's like
Kendrick
saying
Lamar
Lisa
was
Marie
out, J. Cole was out during Jay-Z's moment.
Let me ask you.
It would have been way more competition.
Imagine me saying
Nas
Lisa
was out.
But Nas was falling down. He was getting into
not
it.
when Jay-Z and him first got started. Like
Not when they
goes
first
back
got
to
started, yes.
96. Oh,
It
man.
seemed like Nas took a
Imagine me
back seat
saying,
somewhere.
imagine
He
me
went on a
saying
trip.
Lisa Marie Presley made Michael Jackson. Now it sounds like the
You
most
mean Elvis
ridiculous
Presley?
thing. That sounds like the most
Lisa
ridiculous
Marie
thing.
was his wife, and then they divorced, and then Mike got with her.
But can we go back to the Kanye Kardashian too?
You mean Elvis Presley?
What'd you say?
Can we go back to the Kanye Kardashian response too? Like, is Ray J gonna get any fucking credit for putting her on?
Hey, Ray
J definitely should get the credit for
I was
putting
gonna
her
say he
on.
definitely put her on in more ways
And
than
that's
one.
probably why people still buy Ray J's headphones and his little bicycles that he.
Hey, Ray J entrepreneur. I ain't mad
No,
at
Ray
dude.
J be killing it. I don't know. I need to start going to LA more because.
But he definitely, man, he
He
put the whole.
definitely
I mean, the Kardashians should be sending him a check. Honestly,
I mean,
he put that whole family on by virtue of Kim.
And Paris Hilton helped a little bit.
I mean, they was good financially. He just perpetuated them into fame.
They wouldn't have had their TV show.
The fame. Yeah,
That's when them sex tapes was started. Did Paris have her sex tape before Kim?
No, I
thought it was after.
Even though I don't want to give them, I
think it's all around the same time.
Because they're still
That's what I
human beings, and they still you can give someone their respect.
I just think that era just was what it was. I think
What
she just
era?
got that sex tape movement was popping in because the internet was starting to get people was starting to be able to leak stuff a little different. So I just think that that sex tape was just dropped at the
I'ma
perfect
keep
time
my
because if
thoughts to
they drop it
myself on that
today, it
one.
wouldn't matter.
I don't want to get canceled. So I got my thoughts to myself on that one, bro. Like,
yeah, I will say I'm gonna leave it off on this.
I mean, it's public knowledge.
Her mother did a great job of
Managing that
capitalizing
situation.
opportunity
Exactly,
once
that's
that
all
leaked.
I'm
I will
saying.
leave it at that.
Yep.
Right.
I will co-sign what Guru said.
What's that number? We at number 3?
I
Number 2.
agree.
Number 2? Okay, number 2?
Number 2. Number 2, we have the Air Jordan Retro 7 PSG. The shoe I didn't get. Motherfucker.
I like those. I can see a guy wearing those.
Honestly, and
I
you
like
know
that
what?
gold Jumpman.
You know what? You know how they came out with the alternate Olympic 7s? These would have been a better one. This colorway, this color blocking would have been a better alternate
I like that
to the
color.
bullshit we got back in, I don't know what year that was, but Sean Corey Carter was always like, thank you.
He definitely was a
Man.
brand. Never said that. We just said that he got a little
No,
bit
no,
more,
we went on a
little
dressing-
bit more household after he married Beyonce.
Well, no, we were saying
He put
that-
her in more households than she put him in.
I think it's 50-50.
He put her in more households than she put him in.
I don't think
Yes.
I think it's 50-50.
Nah, ain't no 50-50, bro.
Because he
I
made
would
her
say
more
50-50.
He made her more appealing to the, I don't say the hood wise, because people like
A
her.
little bit because she
he was
started
already-
wearing
listen,
a little gold
yeah.
teeth. She was
Dude
rapping
was
a little
already
bit.
on MTV doing all that other stuff,
And
like all that
some
crossover
people
stuff.
like some people who didn't know Jay-Z, right? Who were like Beyonce, Oprah, all that
Exactly.
shit. They're like, oh, that's just
People-
Beyonce's
Okay,
husband.
first of all, we need to go back to that time. We talking about Beyonce leaving
02,
Destiny's Child.
03.
Like Beyonce. This ain't the same Beyonce that y'all see now.
We know. That's why it makes. That's what I'm saying. She was like that
Like,
little wholesome good girl that
them
would
shits
never
ass because-
date a Jay-Z.
Whoa. Hold on, Marley. Hold on. Time out, bruh. Cold Burr.
The
Hold
mesh.
on.
I
That mesh
actually
is
thought
actually-
the mesh
I
that
was gonna
made
say,
it sweet.
That's, to me, it's different, it's unique, and it actually looks dope in
I
that
just hope
shoe.
you don't get it dirty. You don't spill
Oh,
your
boy, yeah.
passion fruit
Ooh.
margarita on there.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because that yellow stain
Yeah,
is gonna be
those
ugly.
things-
But
yeah,
I'm
you-
gonna get. I could give y'all some tricks to some stains.
Listen,
And you can't eat that red lobster with your foot out because
hell no.
you're gonna spill some scampi butter
This
on
shoe,
there.
this shoe, there's certain shoes that I would not wear to barbecues. That's definitely one of them.
Right, unless you're not eating.
No, I'm gonna eat
You
at a
stand
barbecue.
in the front.
So we
That's
know he
definitely-
gonna eat it at a burger.
Yeah, fuck you. No, look. But no, I'm definitely that shoe. I love it. I love it. I love the mesh on there. I would have never thought to do that. Shout out to whoever is from Paris Saint Germain. who thought of that. That's such a unique. See, that's a collaboration right there. That's a collaboration
I've seen
done
a shoe
right.
with that type of style before.
You know
Doing
what's so
something
crazy? If
unique.
you didn't like the shoe, this is what you have been done. Really? You just gonna make it all white and throw some mesh on there and that's a collab? Oh my goodness. When I own collaborations, it's supposed to
But
be
I
at a
didn't
higher
say that,
standard.
though,
It's
'cause
supposed to
it's
be at a
dope.
higher standard. I mean,
That's
exactly.
dope.
This is
That's
the thing.
dope.
Jordan Brand could have did this
And
on their own.
I wish we could see the heel. I wish we could see the heel because they did something unique with that as well. They didn't just go with the regular 7, logo, that triangular tab on the back. It looks. I think it's the
Eiffel Tower, ain't it?
Eiffel Tower, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
definitely a dope shoe. And number 1, we have the undefeated special edition Nike Kobe 5, Kobe 6. Kobe 5. I'm sorry. Protro Hall of Fame.
They okay.
No, man. Everybody that got this shoe was extremely lucky. Extremely lucky. Which is, I feel like saying that about every shoe at this stage of the game. Anytime anybody scores a shoe, you are just extremely lucky. That's just is what it is.
You just gotta know your math and you know the algorithm, then you will win.
Nah, not even that no more. It's just,
It's more than that.
you are just
You fighting against the machine.
Whatever God you prayed
literally
to.
the machine.
Came through in the clutch.
I
that
can't even
day.
get. Like I said, you can't even get Kobe's like this no more.
I actually kind of like these. At first, the more I look at them, because I'm like, I don't know about this red, but I
mean,
see
it's
the
perfect
purple
timing.
at the back. I don't know. I think it would definitely have to be. You would have to match these perfect with an outfit, but I think that they can definitely sit on the shelf and look cute.
No, these will definitely be one of those shoes that I let the shoes that are talking like have a muted outfit. I might wear like all black and then that was like bam.
And then like a purple hat, some type of accessory, accent. Yeah.
And it's perfect timing too. I mean, dude just got into the Hall of Fame. I mean, which is why they call him the Hall of Fame.
They give me like Egyptian vibes, like a
and with
Roman
it being
or something.
the second to last Kobe release for Nike, I mean, you knew the hype was going to be there.
Right.
Nobody's surprised by that.
It's just disappointing when you see more shoes being sold and more people that having them and wearing them.
That's the point.
Not like sold, but being listed. Like
So-
you lose on a sneakers app, you hop right over to eBay and StockX and it's all listed. It's like,
Yeah,
but
dog.
I mean, it's the new age of the sneaker community.
The part that gets me though, and I mean, going to your point, kind of piggybacking off of that, is here is a shoe meant to commemorate this man going into the Hall of Fame, and y'all limit it. Like, I don't know why I'm still shocked by this.
It must
But
be
like,
some type of.
I look at every other
Well,
industry, right? I look at every other industry, and I'm like, imagine if. I'm just going to use this as another reference. Imagine if Epic Records was like, you know what? We want people to like Michael Jackson more, so we're going to limit the albums that we press for Thriller. Like, that sounds like the dumbest fucking shit ever. Like,
Actually,
you want.
But if it would work, because then
here's
more
my
people
thing.
will want it.
Some record labels do that. When that Wale album first came out, that Attention Deficit, they undershipped that album. So he would, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's self-sabotaging the artist. You spend money on his budget, his recording.
Right.
Why not put out more
I'm pretty sure
albums
there's a
so you
lot
can
of things that
recoup?
went behind that.
Yeah, so, but this right here is just ridiculous. My son the other day he was on the steps. He saw my Kobe 4 gradients, the black that fade to the purple. And he was like, "Oh, can you give me a pair of these?" And I had to tell him for the 4th time,
Oh, can we turn this
looking
air
at my
off?
collection, that this shoe was not able. This shoe was not able. That didn't come in his size. So like
you gotta
that's-
wait a little longer.
Yeah.
I know. This is
So I mean, that's sad. Then just even if,
no, it's going to be all in the audio.
So if I feel that way about it, imagine Vanessa can't put that same shoe on his daughter's feet
Or
their
her
daughter's feet.
grandson, whenever one of them have a baby.
So, I mean, it's
I just, to me, man, that's what pisses me off. It's like, yo, like it seems like damn near every Kobe has been limited, and it's like, why?
It's got to be
And
some
I can
type
understand
of,
certain
some type
colorways.
of deal, some type of something that it's some relationship situation. It's got to be.
No, that's because the less shoes you make, it's a win-win from them. I make the less amount of shoes, they get more hype, more social media presence, more hype, which Nike likes.
More publicity for us.
Yep. And also, we don't have to pay the family much in royalties because the less shoes that we sell, the less
money
we gotta give them.
And typically, I mean, I know they're cutting their deal short, but typically, this will give them an excuse when they want to retro it again to raise the price.
Right.
So inflation, right? No, I just cannot stand.
It's nasty.
I just like
nasty.
yo, like y'all just doing this man such a disservice, man.
And you know when he was alive, he wouldn't be going for this.
Nah.
You knew it was not.
Nah, I mean that's why he was talking about leaving allegedly. So I mean, this is just, man, like I'm telling you, man, one day somebody from Nike high up is gonna look back on this show and be like, they were right. Because I'm like, yo, like y'all just, I don't get why you want to piss off your own fan base. I do not get it.
If you celebrating his legacy, why would you limit? And it's not like you have no example of this.
Right.
You look to the Aaliyah situation, right?
Thank you.
It's other
Perfect
things you've
example.
seen when you look at it. It's like, dang.
See what happens when you keep the product from people so they can't live through that person that they're celebrating vicariously.
You can't, you know what I'm saying?
We got a whole generation of people that don't know nothing about Aaliyah because guess what? Her music ain't out there.
Here's
you got
the
one
crazy
album,
thing about it, though.
the R. Kelly album.
They're still making PEs for the basketball players. Like they just did a Kobe 6 EYBL shoe, right?
Yeah.
Josh Hart had put up on Instagram. The Protros, the Black History Months that came out back then, they Protro those and gave them only to the players. So it's like you went out your way to admit I don't understand this. You give all these shoes to the players for free, but won't make enough shoes for the people who are buying them.
Maybe a manufacturer situation.
Man,
so they only got enough to
Chris
give
Middleton
to the
has
play.
won more Kobe P's than colorways that were released this NBA season. Chris Middleton.
That's the swoosh for you, bro. Like, I mean, that's the fallacy.
The demand.
That's the fallacy of being number one, though. Like, when you get to that point where some people or brands or companies.
I just want
you know what's funny, though?
I
It
want
makes me
Nike to
think-
have a Bang moment. Remember when Batman came down there, thought it was going to be a normal day at the park and whoop on Bang, and he was mopping him, and then he said, yo, winning has defeated you?
Yes.
You think you was born in the dark? You think you adopted the darkness? I was born in it? Like, Nike needs to have a Bang moment.
If he was still alive, these shoes would be in outlets. Nah, son. Not this colorway.
Right. They probably would be
Maybe
in
in your
outlets. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, nah.
I mean, Kobe's were going to the outlets.
They were.
No, listen, I'm not going to say that they weren't. But you know what makes me think about the Air Force One story? How Air Force Ones at some point in the 80s weren't selling like they were. And they was talking about discontinuing the line. And there was a store in D.C., traveled all the way to Portland to have a meeting with, I don't know, Phil Knight or whoever, and convinced them to keep the line going. And guess what? Air Force Ones are like one of like the best lines ever.
But guess why? Because of rap.
Not even just because of that.
Because I
It
feel
was-
like Air Force Ones coming back around. What was that? 98 when the Hot Boys had their soldier rags.
That was Reebok.
Oh, that was Reeboks. That was Reeboks. Okay, it was after
I feel
that
like
though.
that
was 2000.
I feel
I mean,
like
That was 98, 99.
I feel like Air Force Ones was hot mid 90s to late 90s,
They was
and
hot
then early
mid-90s
2000s
for sure, 'cause
they
I
got a
They had some
resurgence.
patent leather Air Force Ones, all white. They
Nelly
was
gave the
so
Air Force
sweet.
One a
He gave them a
CPR.
spark.
That's
Yeah, he
what it
gave
was.
them,
Yeah.
that was
Why you didn't
2002.
correct me when I said it wrong. Y'all just gonna
But
let
they
me
be
sit here look
consistently.
crazy.
No, I was saying they be
That was
consistently.
what it was. Stepping in my Air Force Ones.
Stepping? You mean give me two pair?
Give me two pairs.
Dang, that's the same
Over.
Jersey C's got. Same
Look
size.
at that
too.
Air Force.
Same
That's
size,
what go with
too.
those Kobe's
Same
right
size,
there.
too.
Air Force One.
Wow. But no, I'm saying.
Nelly definitely. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say it's the Air Force One. Like, yeah, Nelly gave it a spark. Like, that's the thing
Yeah,
about.
look at them boxes.
That's the thing about shoes. There's been different things that have added to different shoes
And that was
throughout
a
its
good,
history.
whoever was managing them or whatever at the time obviously knew whatever and threw that in there.
What, Air Force One?
Mm-hmm.
But you can also why we say Nelly
got
is
them.
because not only of course it gave it a spark. The
But
price
Nelly isn't
went
the
up,
reason
the
Air
price
Force
went up
Ones.
from 75
To like,
like 85, 89
90.
But I'm saying, but Nelly is not the reason Air Force Ones became
No,
one
I'm
of
not
the
talking
greatest
about in
of
the
the
vacuum. We
No,
talking
I'm
about
just.
a
I'm saying he
recent spark.
kind of sparked it back up with that song.
Right,
'Cause
but I'm just saying Air Force
that
Ones
and the white tees and all
in
of
its
that.
history is one of their biggest shoes or biggest selling shoe ever.
Yeah.
But had they looked at the analytics and at that moment in time
Got
in the
rid of
80s,
them.
they would have got rid of them.
I would
Right?
say this: there
Was
was
that in
more
the
Air Force
80s?
One sold from 2000 2020 than it was from 1980 to 1999.
That's
I don't know. I gotta
for
look at
sure.
that.
I would bet
I
that.
could have
would
bet
look
it
at
too.
that. I don't know.
I bet
would
it.
definitely
I
bet
bet it.
that.
But I will say this though,
Because
like,
when you had them,
this goes back to our conversation about analytics and the numbers and everything. Sometimes the numbers don't tell you the full story. So, like I said, if they discontinued Air Force One in the 80s, we wouldn't be talking about them now, right?
possibly.
And so the same thing with the Kobe's. The reason they feel like, the reason they felt comfortable walking away from them is because they're looking at the basketball category and it's at the bottom. Nike running is
Right.
beating them. Nike sportswear is beating them. Every other category, SB, is beating Nike basketball right now. Basketball in general is is a floundering category. Now, we might not think so because we're still going after the LeBrons and the Kobe's and stuff like that. But in the big picture of things, it is, and this is why they was comfortable letting them go. And their shoes, for the most part, were going to the outlets, and I think that had a lot to do. First of all, I wasn't that big of a Kobe fan as far as his shoes, and I don't think his colorways were that great. The Kobe 5s, depending on the colorway, was dope. I'm not really a big fan of the Kobe 6s. I don't see what people see in the Grinch 6s, but, that's you.
We still trying to see what you see in them purple Converses.
I didn't pay for those, though, so, no problem. When the money
Free
in my
or
pocket.
not, shoe ugly, bro.
I'm just saying.
You gotta pay for it. Shoe look good.
They're unique.
Now you sound like a
They're
politician
unique.
if you pay for it.
They're unique.
Pay for it look good.
They're
you look ugly,
unique.
but if you got a little tag on it,
They're unique. I don't know what to say. They were just unique.
You gonna slip here and
I
say
ain't
you see
about
what
to
people see in the
apologize for
Grinches and
having
the
those
purple
shoes.
shoes.
And you know what? I might end up wearing them for the 300th episode, just
my
because.
goodness.
Just because I can.
I can't wait for the
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Just because I can.
Well, I want you to.
Just because I can. Just because y'all
But no,
talking.
but I will say this though. You know what? The categories that you listed are beating out Nike basketball.
But that's right now, too, though. Like,
Yeah, I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
None of those shoes are they limited? How many Pegasus they?
No,
put
they're
out?
making hella pairs.
Are they doing that with the other shoes? Like,
No.
you shoot yourself in the foot, but like, why am I bleeding? That's exactly what they doing. When people, it took me almost 3 weeks to find a Cosmic Unity just to try on.
You serious?
Yes. So it's just like you wonder why a category is fading when the availability is not there.
But are they available in other states though?
Yeah, but I mean they're available, but they're not. They're limited.
I'm kind of surprised by that because I've been able to find them pretty easily.
I can't.
I mean online though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, I'm just saying.
When I be in New York,
I got the
and
space
places
if you
like
have
that,
the black
I just feel
pair.
like the shoe is just
like
unlimited.
A Georgia one, the Georgia peach on it.
You like that one?
What?
The
No, I'm
apricot
just saying the
joint?
colorway. I was listening to colorways, but I'm
okay.
just like, it took me that long just to see how the shoe fit and try it on, and it's just
I
that's
love
what
that
you
shoe.
limited.
But that Georgia peach is gonna sell in Georgia.
I love.
I think you should. I think you should.
I don't know.
And my
I
thing
don't-
is, you talking about it's not doing well. When the resale market clearly shows you that people are looking and buying for the shoe and paying double than what you charge if it was available.
But a lot of that has to do with limited availability.
That
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, no, I'm with you. I mean,
That's
Just
why
like
don't say
very rarely do we agree,
It
but we
works.
agree on this.
It's a good strategy because I mean, like the clubs do it too. They tell you, "Oh, it's so packed in here," and you standing outside forever thinking you about to have the best party in the world, and you go in there and there's nobody there.
You talk to somebody who don't go to
what
clubs.
Nike's doing to me though when it
I
comes
don't
to
go to
Nike
clubs for that
basketball.
very reason.
They lock the door,
Yeah.
threw the
I
keys
hate
down the
clubs.
Unless you
drain.
be-
This is what they do, right? Say we looking at this door. Nike, you turn our back. Nike lock the door, throw the key down the drain. We turn it back. Like, okay, let's go through there. Nike like, we can't get in there. It's locked. I don't got the key. Like that's what they doing.
No, I mean, just imagine I'm using her analogy as a club. Like, if you go there every Saturday and they tell you can't get in, eventually I'm just gonna stop going to that club. I'm like,
Right.
Why we?
But when you in certain cities, like some people feed off that. Like in New York and LA, they will go crazy just for the simple fact that they're saying you can't get in this club. So now you're gonna
That's
do
called
everything
clout,
in
and
your
I'm not
power
feeding
to
into that.
get in that place.
that's clout. Like, if you want to be
Because
that,
you
that
go
person,
be-
like, I got in and you
I got
didn't,
in
that's clout.
here. I got into the blah blah.
What does that do for you? You
It
know what I'm
gives
saying?
you
Like,
status.
how
Because
did
now
that
people
improve
like,
your
well,
life?
how you get in? Oh, you must know somebody. You must do something.
How does that improve your life? That's that clout shit. That's the fallacy of
Because
clout.
the average
Like,
person can't get it, and that's
I
always
look like I
gonna
did
make
something.
it make
Okay,
you
but
look
what did you do?
different.
You
Just
got
like,
in. Ooh.
Just like when people, looks like you got those Converse, and somebody out here like them, and they might be upset that you got them and they can't get them.
You can't have it. You can't
Very
have my
few
pair.
people though. But
No.
some, but not like.
Speaking of the Converse, ugliest release of the week, and I don't think we're gonna have disagreement on this. The Jordan Delta 2 Blue. I don't know what they're going for with this shoe. I'm really
Finding Nemo
struggling.
vibes. I don't know
Bet you
what's
this more
going
readily
on
available
here.
in the Kobe. That's a problem.
So if
I don't
I
like
want
those
to, you know, what, I'm gonna
dents.
ask.
That's just look
I want numbers.
head startish.
I don't get
0,
this
0, 0,
shit. And you know
But
what's
here's my thing.
bothering
They'll
me?
make a shoe that no one wants. They'll make it very plentiful, and then they make a shoe that everybody wants and limited. Then tell me it's about the numbers. It doesn't sell. You can his shoes outside of basketball do not sell. You still make them. So don't tell me.
Maybe
you can't
somebody
make
thought
Kobe's
that was a
because
good
they don't
idea.
Because you make shoes like this all the time that do not sell.
You know what's bothering me about the shoe? And trust me, there's
What
plenty
is
of
this
things
black
to point
part
at.
right there?
There's
Gray, whatever.
Plenty of things to point at about this shoe. The Jordan name. Why is it spaced out like that?
And then the jump man is like
the tag is in
perfectly
between it.
Yeah,
But why
the
did you
jump-
put the tag there? Like that's such a dumb
That's what
thing
I'm
to
like.
do.
Look like elementary design.
Why can't you put the tag? You couldn't put the tag anywhere else. As a college kid, I gave up and lost all interest in basketball shoes because of the broken sneaker system they got. Speaking
It's
of,
me too.
Thank you. Like everybody
And I
said,
don't
like,
know how old you are.
Everybody, here you
see,
go.
that ain't us just saying it. Like there you go.
but-
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, speaking of the people.
Same for me.
People telling you, man. They
Now
trying
they
to tell
probably
you.
leave these available because it probably isn't the best design and it's not that attractive. So we'll give plenty of these out. So somebody shopping that don't have nothing, this a Jordan, just get it. You know what I'm saying? Versus, oh, I gotta wait in line for these. This is gonna be easy for the average person that can't afford to wait in line or pay that top
And some people don't know the
dollar.
difference between Jordan and Jordan brands. So like,
Right.
I be feeling bad sometimes. Like, look
Especially
at these new
little
Jordans I
kids.
got, and I'm like, no, I'm not Jordan.
Especially kids and parents who don't know shoes, they'll go to the store and buy their kid that easily, thinking, "Oh, you got Jordans on."
Here's my thing.
I
I'm
was-
starting
man.
to get conscious
But if
at,
you
right?
come into the-
For all the parents watching the show, please don't buy your kids these shoes.
No,
That's the
No.
shit I would wear walking in here thinking I was sweet, and y'all look at me like I'm an asshole.
Exactly.
No,
That's how
no,
like
no,
certain
we
people
like-
be looking at that's Jordan, that's
stick.
straight.
Stick is
But see,
special.
these guys, they want you to only have the retros and the
No,
Space Jams.
no,
and
because I got some Jordan brands at home
The-
too. Not this shoe.
Don't get it right. Make sure you say LeBron's then everything else. So I said no, but for real. But here's my thing, right? And I gave be able to self-reflect, right? If I get on here and tell people we hate when we go to sneaker con, everybody get on the same shoes, and when we came up in the sneaker game, it was about having different and variety
Yeah.
in
It
the
was
collection.
individuality.
So if I tell people all the time who wants to get in the shoes, and they like, oh, what shoes should I get? I tell them, buy what you like.
Right.
That's a true person. If you want to be in the sneaker community and buy what you like. If you like that shoe, it may not be for me. That is fine.
Yeah.
People look at my collection like those are ugly. I don't like those, but it doesn't matter to me because
Yeah.
I like them. That's what we need in the sneaker
Yeah.
community.
We
is
don't find-
diversity in collections. Like
Yeah.
I know all shoes going to be popular. Like I'm not oblivious to that, but. Buy what you like. Don't buy
Exactly.
something because you think somebody else.
Oh, he
think it's
said
sweet.
these the new sweet ones. I'm gonna get these so I can
no,
look like
do you
everybody
like
else.
the shoe? No, buy what
Right.
you like. And as other people, we need to start accepting people for some of the shoes that they like. You know
Then
what
they
I'm saying?
can explain to us why they like it.
I
Maybe it's
hooping
got
those,
some
y'all
hidden
tripping.
gems we
Hey,
didn't know about.
Benjamin, you know why you hooping those? Because most people are just hooping something and then they're going to beat up. Chances are this shoe is going to be cheap. And you know you're going to destroy those.
Well,
Retros
let's
look
have
way
somebody
better
you
than that.
guys buy them and actually wear them, and then let us know how they
No, I'm
feel.
saying, like,
Because
I'm
you
pre-
just going off the
listen,
look.
I'm pretty sure they're comfortable, but like I always tell y'all, if somebody ugly, they better have a good personality. Look,
But that's kind of being biased, though. Because when it's something you like that's ugly, you think that it's perfect, but you
No,
are
I
not giving it
acknowledge
a
it.
chance.
no. First of all, I think we could collectively agree that these are ugly. Some things-
These could grow
listen,
on me. I can
some
see these
things-
on the kid.
Listen, I'm all about. I agree.
5-year-old.
Some things are subjective, but there are some things that we can collectively agree. Like, remember William Hung from American Idol?
Yeah.
I think we can agree that he can't sing, right? Like, I mean, is anybody gonna be? You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
he still sold records.
he did.
He said that
Because
one
he had personality, like he
He
said.
did. Actually, he won that
Personality.
competition, if you ask me. But
These remind me of like football turf cleats, like the old Barry Sanders joints that they
Yeah.
put out back in the
Oh, yeah, I
day. Like when
forgot
I
about
see
that.
these, that's what
you know
I
what?
see.
Remember
Okay.
Bizarro? There was Superman, and it was like Bizarro. These would be like the Bizarro of those, like just some.
They got some kookiness to it. They
Monstrosity.
give me some type of aqua alien vibe. I don't know.
No, I had a point I was gonna make and I forgot it. But well, you said buy what you like, and like we've said that phrase a million times, and I've heard that phrase a million times, and I don't know why it just hit me, but it is fucking sad that we got to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is sad. Like, I can't even imagine.
We say that because look how we beat up on this shoe. So if
Exactly.
somebody thinking like, I like
But
that
this is
shoe,
all
they're
over.
just
Time
like,
out.
Like he said, he might like them.
Sorry, I mean, this is all in fun, but this is all in fun. I mean, like, if you want this shoe, go buy
I don't know,
it.
man.
Like,
You be speaking passionately about
Right?
other
You be
shoes.
making me
no,
scared.
it's all part of
Like,
the
I
show.
don't want that.
It's-
Say, no, I
Oh,
agree.
so you
It's all
don't mean
for
it
the
now,
show.
right? It's all entertainment.
huh?
So you don't mean
It's
it's all
all
entertainment.
No, I'm saying it's
No,
a show. You
definitely.
I'm
gotta
talking about
have
the
some
ugly
fun with
shoes.
it.
I'm always.
Say what now?
The ugly shoes. You don't think they're ugly? You just saying that.
No,
ugly
I
because-
personally think they're ugly.
They don't. They're not appealing
But if you
initially.
like 'em, I mean,
but
shit,
if
it's
you
your money.
stare at them for 20 minutes,
But
you'll
you know
find
what?
something
But that's the
you
point,
like.
though. Oh, see, those are dope. See,
I think those are
But
ugly.
that's the point, though,
They
because
don't
even
bring
back
those
in the
back. We
day,
need to bring
That
those
is
back.
terrible. To
even
me.
back in the day, we didn't all agree on what was dope and what wasn't.
Ugh.
Like I agree, like there was a level of subjectivity to things, right? But like it just seems like nowadays it's just like if the blog say it's hot, then everybody think. Like there is no individuality no more. Somebody like I can't even imagine walking up to somebody like, huh, what should I buy? You know what I'm saying? Like no,
Right.
like
But you
Like, because the first thing I'm thinking about, what do I
Especially
like?
guys,
You
y'all
couldn't-
definitely
You
are
couldn't fathom that
bandwagon.
because you've kind of been in the sneaker game for so long that it's.
I wish I would ask somebody what sneakers I should buy with my money.
Because
Like,
they don't know. They
How
trying
many
to get
pairs
to it.
of
It doesn't make
Converse?
sense to me.
If
Like
you went
regular
to a stock investor and
classics
said, which
you
stock
have?
should I buy? You're getting into it. You're new, so that is a legitimate question to ask.
But that's something that's more practical, though. It's like, what's going to make me money, not what
Well,
type
I
of
would
shoe should
ask
I
that, what
buy
should
that
I-
I'm going to wear.
I would ask that because for me to be limited experience in my gym shoe situation, then I would
should
say
ask that.
Like, that's a
Yeah.
business question.
And it's
Like,
up
what's
to the
going to make
peop-
me
it's up to
money?
people
Well, that's-
like
yeah,
us
that's
to say,
different.
Yeah,
hey,
that's different.
It's up to people like us to say, hey, when you look at the shoe, if it didn't have a logo on it, would you still like it?
That's something totally
I
different.
would,
So, like,
but
that's-
it would be.
There's a difference.
It's a difference because I would get something that like those Prada boots. They first when I looked at them, the combat ones. At first I'm like,
Like,
but
if
then
I was-
after a while, it's Prada's. It's like, oh yeah, I wear them.
Like, if I was looking to buy a gift for like a woman in my family, yeah, I might ask Adrian, like, yo, like, what should I, from a woman's perspective, what would,
Right.
what
That would be a good choice
like
to ask
perfume
me.
or something. Like, as a man, I might not be, the best choice to pick that out. But when we're talking about something that you're going to wear on an everyday basis or however many times you're going to wear them, so like, dude, if somebody said like, yo, like, which Jordan should I, like, if somebody's asking you like a performance question,
Right.
that's different. Like,
Yeah.
which Jordan should I get to
To
play
play this
basketball in, or
game in,
to do
right.
this in, or whatever? You could tell them, okay, this has an outrigger, or whatever the performance functions are, right?
That's
But
a
if somebody's just
fashion
asking you stylistically, what shoe should I buy? Like, that is such a, I can't even fathom asking that question.
It's not because I'm gonna ask you this, right?
What?
We've seen so many sneakers to the point where we know what we like and we know what we don't like.
Right.
Even before then, when I was a kid, like, I can't even imagine. It was like, yo, I like this shoe. I want this shoe.
But you got introduced to sneakers basically when sneakers was getting introduced to sneakers.
Right.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was a filling out process with us
Right.
and the brands.
Right.
Now it's not that.
But
no
you
more.
still have the capacity to say, I like this, I like that. Like, even with Jordans, right? There was Jordans where I was like, I'm good. I don't want these. I still had the ability, even though Michael Jordan was the pitch man and he helped sell the product to me, I could still look at a
I
shoe.
do feel like people still like if
It's
they
like, I'm
don't
good.
like it, they not gonna wear it. Like I don't think that's people just gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna buy this because everybody's talking
No,
about
there
it."
was a
Like
lot
no,
of
it's people
people.
that will, but it's not gonna be that shoe.
Well,
You know
you
what
go
I'm
to a
saying?
sneaker
It's
con.
gonna be
This
like
what you would. This is something I
this
tell people
or
too.
that.
Like these are the list of shoes that are popular. These are the shoes that I don't get enough attention.
Yeah.
Buy them and see how you like when you're wearing them, how you like styling them,
Right.
and then that will develop what you like and don't like. You can't come in the game automatically knowing I don't like that shoe. I don't, because you're not into sneakers.
you just
You
looking at
should
the
be able to.
color
You
though.
you
Like
have
if you're
eyes,
looking
you
at a
should be able to say,
design, you can
that's
say,
not my
"I don't
taste."
like that
It's
design."
some shoes that look great on shelf, but when you put it on,
They
it
look-
don't look good on you.
Yeah.
Nah, I
It don't
agree
look
with you
good.
on that.
So that's
and
what I'm
some that
saying.
look good.
Like the Vapor Maxes. Like, I just don't
Yeah.
like the way they look on my feet. Shoes hype changed based on overall style. Bigger
Yeah.
jeans were dope
What's
for
some
90.
binoculars? What's some binoculars at, man?
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
New slimmer pants, slimmer shoes.
and that's a true statement because the baggier
There's nothing you can
pants,
stop.
the
So basically, you're
bulkier the
saying
shoe.
there's nothing that you can do with that shoe that we just showed. And I agree with you.
That'd be a great airport
Horrendous
shoe.
sneaker.
Hell
You
yeah.
gotta find purpose in everything.
Hell
right?
yeah, especially if you go to
Right.
the Atlanta airport because they just put an extension on that.
Oh, thank you. Hey, thank you. Hey, thank you to my guy. Thank you.
Guru can only get to the first line and when he goes to his
I
eye
mean, he
test.
had it back. I'm think he got a lab coat on there. X Y Z.
We gotta get you them Benjamin Franklin bifocals.
5 like.
No, he did.
I mean, C's got that binary chip in jacket,
When
there,
are
so
we
he's
gonna-
he's
for
like.
our 300th episode too, we should give away a pair of shoes, like a wrap.
We're gonna give away
We don't know what to
prize.
give away because C's don't know what people like and don't like.
No, it should.
Well, we need to have somebody. No, just have somebody send in.
I should not be the arbitrator of what you like and
You're
don't like.
not. We just got to have people
That is
send in the shoe. Have a
fucking
company
crazy.
send
You
in the
look like
popular
Spider-Man
shoe,
when
and
he was
we
trying to
can
get Venom off
do
of him. You know what
a
I'm saying? You're trying to be this also guy with all this influence. It's like, yes, I'm influential.
You know what?
but
We're
don't
not giving
follow-
away a shoe. We giving away Guru. Like
Right.
we on
You
our
ain't
300th
giving away
episode,
me.
we gonna ship Guru
to give me away is to give away knowledge, and I do that every day. So I give a piece of me.
Man,
like
we giving away
knowledge
Guru.
every day.
Buy
Why
or
would you start
buy?
giving away some of them jerseys?
Nah, fuck that.
Okay,
I love my jerseys.
all right.
I love my jerseys.
All right, then.
Nah, I give away you before I give away my jerseys.
So, you can give away me, sir.
But no, let's get to our buy segment. There's a lot of shoes that are coming out with no set release date, but they're coming out soon. such as the New Balance R770. And I've seen not that one.
Wow, we already talked about that one. We already talked about that one.
Did y'all ain't get the pictures?
I don't know about that.
Adam said that one you didn't send as a JPEG, and this is the one he pulled up.
Oh, no, not those. This one. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I like this one. I think we had this on the
This
list.
one is not bad. It needs to be African.
There was a different colorway.
African runner.
There was a different colorway.
It looks like a ransom note.
Look like some hieroglyphics.
There's another colorway of this shoe, but I like this colorway.
I actually like this shoe.
Thank you. So
I think my homeboy from Nigeria would like it too because he can match it with
a backhanded compliment.
I was gonna say like, damn.
No, I'm just going off my vision.
Nigeria?
Well, African. Period.
You know
he's from Nigeria, so I was specifically representing.
We all from the motherland.
But I know somebody. No, I'm saying he specifically lives there. But he's a designer, and I think that actually those would be cool.
Let me find out he's from Somalia and he ain't been back.
He's a fugitive. He's ready to win.
Go ahead. What the jersey you got on over here?
Oh, like I'm the captain now.
No, I'm just saying, like I just can see it.
Okay, well the next shoe we got the Asics Gel Light 3.
Moving on.
Tourmaline.
Not at all.
Well, no, I like these. I like those.
If they lit up like that at night.
That teal, that light green, that mint green, that purple remind me of the Easter Air Force Ones. That was post 2000.
Yeah.
All your favorite Air Force One colors are post 2000.
If you had a good outfit, I could see that being right. I just couldn't physically go buy that shoe.
That's why they got the internet.
Or physically click to buy that shit.
So it's three of us. So are we buying or saying buy?
I'm
buying.
Gonna say I say buy unless you buy them for me. Then I'll wear them.
Okay, bet I got you.
Then we all can wear them.
Next shoe we got the Adidas Ultra Boost Heat Map.
No.
I got post traumatic stress from
the Predator.
Thermal foam. So no.
I don't like those.
These are actually better executed than those foams.
Yeah, but the phones.
Now I'm not buying them. I'm saying buy to them too.
The phones,
but I don't hate them. I don't hate them.
If I can get it for $60 or less,
I just can't.
I don't hate them.
I don't get it.
I don't hate them, but they not for me. So I'm gonna say buy.
Clown shoes.
They would, if you wore these in a size 15, it would look like you had 5-degree burns on your feet. 5th-degree burns on your feet. A size 15 shoe that big or that pressure sensitive.
I honestly don't want to know what that looks like either. Next, we got the Air Jordan Retro 4 Golf Energy ACG.
I like those. I'll buy them.
Now, this is my question about the golf shoes. Are we able to take those things off the bottom?
I don't know, but
what the stitches?
Sometimes they twist on and off.
I can't see what's at the bottom.
They got like little cleat things on there because they're golf shoes.
Oh, okay,
you see them? So if they're able to twist off, yes, I will buy these.
Hey, I like them regardless.
But if not, Guru,
to be determined.
I'm gonna say, okay. As of now, in the current state, I'm gonna say I'm saying bye to these.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye, Felicia.
I buy with money.
You would, Guru?
I like the color.
Probably not. If it was a regular retro release, this should have been a great winterized Jordan release, like they did the Force. This would have been a great winterized.
You know they ain't thinking about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dope stuff they do things like this with.
Right.
We got the Concept Special Edition Asics Gel Light 3 Salmon.
Nice. Woo!
Fire.
Salmon.
Man, that's hurt my vision.
Fire. These are fire.
These ain't bad. I'm just saying, it's just I can't stare at these for too long.
They not bad. I wouldn't buy them.
I can't look at those too long.
Too pink.
For me personally, I'm gonna have to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Guru, you buy these?
Absolutely.
Yes, he said
so it's two goodbyes to
one buy.
Okay.
Definitely go up a half size of these though.
Now I already know what you're gonna say about these. They got the Nike LeBron 8 V2 Low Sprite. These come out in June, by the way.
Cool. So, yeah, I like these.
I'm saying bye to these. I don't like lows that much, and I'm not really.
I don't like those.
These ain't really doing nothing for me.
Too much going on.
So goodbye.
Too much green.
Too much green.
Too much, yes. It's like
tell everybody don't buy them, so I can be able to
don't buy them.
Yeah, don't buy them. Don't buy them. Since everybody listens to me now, don't buy these. So Guru can get a pair.
What's that on the tongue though? Is that a face?
Lion.
Oh, I like that. I like that part.
Now you want them?
No, I just like that part. I can tolerate them now.
Oh, okay.
The Solar Reds was probably one of the best low top LeBron 8 colorways. The Solar Reds.
This next shoe we got the. This
I
also
don't
releases
know.
in June.
I can.
They got the Union Special Edition Air Jordan Retro 4 Top Haze. Goodbye.
I like
Goodbye.
Union. I like the Union 4s. Hey.
Bye-bye.
I don't know. I don't think so. That color is not
Bye-bye.
giving me vibes.
Bye-bye.
Kinda
You on
weird.
10 day? You on 10 day to 14? You 10 to 14 day protocol after that Converse shoe that you didn't want to dog? Would you a dog these?
Yeah, these are horrible.
Yes.
These are horrible. You know why? You know why I'm gonna say these horrible? Because
I like the main
I already
color.
told you my standard for collaborations are totally different. Like that Converse, we talking about Converse. Like a Jordan 4 should sell itself, and the fact that you can take a Jordan 4,
7 shouldn't sell itself.
a Jordan 7, yeah, it would.
Okay, so why you like the PSGs and not these?
Because the PSGs actually look good. These look horrible.
Oh my goodness!
If you
I
could
think they
take,
coulda
if you
did a
could take
better
a 4,
color
that's the
scheme.
point.
Yeah, but that
If you let me
color-
finish my point, if you could take a shoe that is dope and pretty much could sell itself, and you can make it look horrible, yeah, it takes effort.
But what you tell me about the SDAT Carters? That's what you not the general consensus. We gotta look at the numbers. Everybody likes them. They sell out. So
Okay. I was telling you, no. I was telling you what somebody
I just want
else
you to
said.
feel like I
no,
felt
no,
when
no.
you trying to make that SDAT Carter.
That wasn't my argument. I was telling you what somebody else's argument was for the context of that conversation. We're giving our own personal opinions about these shoes.
Nah, these
are horrible.
I hope I get a pair. I'm gonna wear them. I'm gonna put them
Good
on your
luck with
side
that.
like you do your shoes.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
I'm gonna try to get a pair. If I
Yeah,
do,
I
they're
know.
going
Good
on your
luck.
side.
The best
if
of
I
luck.
get a pair, can they go in front of you like I do these?
Yeah.
All right, got you.
Okay.
Got you.
No, I can't tell you if I want to, spill some.
That's
If we want to
cool.
find
I
us on the
know,
floor.
'cause that's all
I might,
good.
swipe my hand by accident.
That's all
and it
good
might-
because I know you're gonna bring some shoes that day or the next week. Eye by eye, Cyclops.
This next shoe I'm on the fence about, and this releases in the summer. We got the Nike Kobe 6 Protro Mamba Forever. I'm on the fence about these
I got GG jersey
because I said earlier, like I'm not a big fan of the Kobe 6s. However, the significance of this shoe being the last one, and it's paying tribute to his
Is it
daughter as
supposed
well.
to be a drip or what is this?
That's like this,
It's like snakeskin.
Oh, okay, that's a
Mamba,
black
Black Mamba.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Should have made some more
The
colors.
story behind
They
this
had
shoe,
some brown
the
in them.
significance of it might compel me. I don't know the more I see it, but as of right now, I'm on the fence. Honestly, I can't.
I like Kobe 6s.
I'm
One of
on
my
the
favorite
fence,
Kobe's.
too. And then on the back is green.
No, on the back it has his logo and it says Mamba or something like
It's
that.
a K back there.
No, that's a Mamba. He coached his daughter's team.
Yeah,
the Mamba Academy. So the Mamba Academy is on the back.
Is that what that is? An M?
Oh, it might say Kobe in the heel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
about that.
Oh yeah, it
the
says Kobe
Mamba.
on one heel and it says GG
That's what
on
I
the
thought
other.
it said Kobe. I'm like, that looks like a K right there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know, man.
But I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm on the
Me
fence.
too, sort of. I like them,
Because the only thing that's selling me on this shoe is the story.
but I would like a different color for if
We
we're
already
gonna do
said
snake
that.
skin. Let it
We
look
already said that. I don't even
original.
understand why he looked at me like that. We've had I don't know how many arguments or discussions we've had where we said get back to storytelling because that is a key component to sneakers.
But you didn't even like
But
the
you-
other story with the guy about the women. It wasn't about women.
Yeah, that
It
was a great
about-
story. You still didn't like the shoe because of what wasn't appealing to you, right?
What shoe was about
The
women?
Made 3s.
No, I said it was appealing. I didn't say it wasn't appealing. I said that it was basic.
And that you didn't care.
But the
for.
story
It was
wasn't.
basic.
It was about
Well,
his
first of all, they
mother,
come my
I thought, in
size.
particular, not just
Oh, so
women.
he said-
But once again, just like any recipe, just putting in one ingredient and not the other ingredients, you're not gonna have a good cake. You gotta have all the ingredients: storytelling and execution. If you just got storytelling and it's piss poor execution, guess what? It's not gonna be a good cake. You gotta have both. So storytelling is a key component. This shoe is not the worst shoe I've seen. It's
but I
okay.
thought the story you said was basic, but you liked the shoe.
The shoe was okay.
But the story was basic.
No, I'm saying that could be a thing too. This shoe was okay. And then with the story behind it, with it being his last Nike release, with it paying tribute to him and his daughter, that
That's
might
not
push me
the
over
big-
the edge to buy. This is why I said I was on the fence.
It's a buy.
Hey, Quandra, she said it's a buy.
Thank you. Need some reinforcement.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Of course. This is why I said I was on the fence.
Thank you.
It's
Bye.
definitely clean and simple.
Black and white to formally close them out.
Yes.
It's cool conceptually and clean and simple aesthetically.
Yes. Yeah.
Now I agree with you. He had a question mark. Now I do think they could have did something more, but then again,
That's
that's
why I
the
said
school.
a
Is that the
color,
school colors?
some-
Yeah, that's the Mamba Academy
Yeah,
colors.
that's the
yeah.
school
Oh, okay.
colors. Okay,
That's
so
my
that makes
bad.
sense. That makes sense.
Right.
I do think they could have. I
But
feel like
they
they could
got a
have did
little
these.
color in there.
I feel like they could have did the Hall of Fame last to close it out. Just that was, to me personally, that was a better shoe.
But this, when you think about it, this is the last.
The last.
Yeah,
because
it was the
with
last instance of pictures like we seen him what he was doing, coaching his daughter.
Exactly.
When the Mamba Academy, they were leaving where they
was
where were
going
they heading
to a game,
the Mamba
right.
Academy.
Right.
So it makes sense.
No, it does make sense when you say it like that. Boring looking. I kind of somewhat agree, but like I said, it's an okay looking shoe.
It's boring looking, but
it's not a bad looking
it's a good
shoe. It's
to
okay.
wear. It's like a nice.
So what's going to compel me to buy it is the story. That might be the thing that puts me over the fence. But as of right
Not
now, I'm
necessarily
still
the
on
story.
the fence.
Probably the fact that it's the last one would compel me to buy it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? As a collector, that would be my point of getting it. But that's why I'm on the fence.
Because it's like the first to the last of what it could have been.
Yeah.
You know.
This next shoe will.
Hold on,
this also,
before we move on, what do you guys think about like the faded swoosh on it? It looks like it's
I was gonna
stencil
say, that
painted,
did
like,
bother me.
Everything else looks clean as hell, but
It looks spray painted
that
on there.
line just looks weird to me.
Yeah.
But they do that to all Kobe 6s because of that upper on it. You can't really, like
Yeah, it looks
carve
spray
out.
painted
So
on
every
there.
Kobe that you see, like my Black Hershey Monk Kobe 6s, like my Grinch Kobe 6s, they're all like that because of that material on the upper. Because you can't really glue a Nike or stitch a Nike on there because it'll bend it a little bit. It's kind of tricky, so that's why they had to brush it like that.
It's just like all hard,
No,
clean
it just-
lines
I mean,
except
it's
for
gonna
the
be hard as
swoosh,
hell
so
to get.
it's kind of weird looking.
Yeah.
I guarantee you these sell like crazy.
Where do you buy them from?
These are probably going to be exclusively on the sneakers app.
But sneakers nuts. He doesn't CEO of Nike. Don't let him play you like that. He'll get you a pair.
Cut it out.
Just tell them I need a 5.5 in boys.
There you go.
Do they make that size? For
Yeah, they
Kobe's?
do. Them Kobe Hall of Fame.
That's kind of big for a boy, I thought.
They went to a 4, size 4 and up.
I thought it was like 6 and up. Okay.
Nah, size 4 and up.
5.5, 6, same. Half a size.
This next shoe comes out in the summer as well. The Dover Street Market Special Edition Nike Dunk Low. And I should also mention this. These will be sold exclusively at Dover Street Market.
Okay.
That is hella plush.
Yeah, very plush.
Now, you talking about the mesh. I would definitely be scared to wear these anywhere.
Right. It's
That white,
I don't
whatever
know. Where
material
to wear
that is.
them,
What's that,
man? A
velour?
wedding? I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, that's a
It's
house
velour.
shoe.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, I'm not wearing that
I want
outside
to try
the
it
house.
on just to see how it feels, but
They probably could be hella comfortable.
yeah, I don't know where you would have to be like, ooh,
I'm straight.
just driving.
I'm straight.
It'll be some ashes, something just fall.
Because as soon as I can't even imagine trying to clean those.
Now you gonna have to call the shoe doctor.
Man, boy,
You gonna need a carpet cleaner.
man, somebody, man. I don't know. Well, how you feeling about these? I'm going to just because I don't want to go through the hassle of having to keep these things clean. I'm gonna say bye. I think they look dope, but I'm saying goodbye to these.
I was maybe a girl could wear them. I don't know.
Would you buy
I'm
them?
passing on these.
So
I
y'all
wouldn't
passing
buy
on.
them.
Too high
So I
maintenance.
feel bad though because the shoe doesn't actually look bad. It's
It
just
doesn't
I don't
look
want the
bad.
hassle.
I
really
would
don't.
wear it, but I would
Too
have
high
to be
maintenance.
very.
Exactly.
You fog 3 said
Yeah.
by. Yeah.
Too high
And you
maintenance
can't
for
be
these,
acting
bro.
like that as a guy. I could be around here like, I can't step
Thank you,
down
Harvey
on
Wolf.
the
Now that's
floor.
basic.
That is
Yeah.
basic. But I mean, it's
It's
a
clearly
velour shoe.
basic. It's just the material.
Yeah, the material kind of gives it. I mean, it looks nice.
And look at the bottom of the
I mean,
shoe.
it is all white. I guess you could say it in that aspect, but
No,
I think that was the point.
it's like a smooth bottom. I think it is like a little house.
Because you got,
shoe.
I mean, everybody got a pair of all white shoes in their collection. You know, just like
Actually,
they got a
I
pair of
don't.
all black ones. You don't?
I
Okay,
I
do.
got one all
No,
right
actually,
here.
that's that 2K5
That's the-
Horizon Max because
Because sometimes you don't want to have to match. Like sometimes you just want to put on the outfit and put on something
I mean
that
I'm
you
trying
know.
to get Air Force Ones, but they be selling out. So
I know.
But I mean, be
And I just can't imagine
But,
paying the price for them when I know they was only $65. Like
Like
can't
I got a
do
pair
it.
of all black shoes.
It's
and
a
pair of all
problem
white
for me.
shoes.
I could never pay the inflation price when I know what it originally costs. I just can't do it.
No.
The only thing this would look sweet with is a white fuzzy Kangol.
Yes. Oh my
We'll
god.
throw it back old school with that.
A 80s party.
Yeah,
Boom.
there you go.
With the
Yo.
Adidas outfit, well, Nike outfit.
So we know what stickers wearing on our
Adidas with a
fans this
Nike
episode.
shoe.
I
You
know, I
like
was
that?
like, wait a minute.
I don't know who-
Wait a minute. I was almost messing up on that one.
You
I meant to
told,
say
you told on yourself. Told
Nike.
on yourself.
No, I don't perp. Remember that?
Wow.
don't
I ain't heard
hurt.
that word in so long.
Don't
This
mix
next
those
shoe,
logos.
I can tell you right now, I'm passing. I got the Nocta Special Edition Nike Hot Step Air to Air Air Terra. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Snake skin.
I almost thought that was Yeezys.
Allegedly supposed to drop this fall. I'm straight.
I
on
don't think
these.
so.
Dog, what the hell? I mean, the whole upper is snake skin. Like, dog, like what?
It's snake skin to the
What the hell?
all the right.
Like,
to the
like for
teeth.
real, it's like they didn't even bother to try to color block these or do something. Like, just
And
fuck
what
it,
is
snake
that, a
skin.
prison outfit of a...
I don't even think he looked up from his phone. Like, he was just texting and just threw out snake skin. They said, okay, it's Drake, okay. Like,
These Drake shoes?
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't.
No, this is what I hate about collaborations when they think, okay, well, Drake said wear them, so I'm gonna go wear them. Like, that's what I hate about the aspect of collaboration.
Only
Here's the
Drake
reality
fans
of
is
it,
gonna
though.
wear
That's
them.
That
how
is the
most-
reality of it.
That's how most shoes sell nowadays.
I hate
that's
that.
the reality of it, though. I
hate
don't agree
that.
with it, but that's the reality
I
of it.
Who are
hate
these
that, dog.
small-minded
you still gotta
people?
put effort into it. Like, if you're gonna sell me a shoe, please put effort into it. Don't just
Some
sell me
people
'cause,
just feel like
Drake
their
got it.
name
I
is
don't know.
enough. Shoot, this my name. Everybody gonna get it.
Dog, I don't
Some
know
companies
what the hell.
collab with people just off of names.
Bruh.
So.
Like, maybe I wouldn't have hated it as much as, like I said, if they color blocked it where you got snake skin in some parts, and
Right.
you know it's white everywhere else, or whatever color you want to put on there. But just
I don't know.
This is
It's
just
a lot.
First of all, the shoe does not lend itself well to be all snake skin anyway.
Bye, 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 nah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lamicos. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
What are
no.
those?
I agree. Nice profile picture too. Like it's like his profile picture is him looking at the shoe.
Right, dude.
He's looking.
Says it again.
Duh, like I
That's
hate
funny.
this shoe. This is horrible. This might be the worst shoe on the list. This next shoe, we got the Magnus Walker Special Edition Nike SB Dunk High
Magnus
277. That's supposed to release later this year. I am interested in seeing more pics.
Yeah, I
I
need to
can't
see more.
say
What
where
is
I'm
that
at right now.
material?
I'm interested in seeing more pics.
chafe.
I do not hate these.
I don't hate
because
them.
it's based on like stock cars or race cars or
Okay.
whatever. So that you see
That's that
the
277.
derby cars?
what is he? I can't. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what specific car it is, but I know it has
small
something to do
ones?
with cars. Yeah.
Yeah.
But once again,
Like the
it's not. First of all, it's
old-fashioned.
not a bad looking shoe.
It's not
And
bad.
based on the collaborator, I understand it, and it's like what? These ain't bad. I'm on the fence with these two because I need to see more of them. But yeah,
I'm kind of
these are cool. Look better than them last shoes.
Material.
As of now, I would say I will buy these. As of now, I will buy these.
I don't know.
How you feeling? You on the fence?
I'm on the fence. I
Guru?
don't know if I'm gonna buy it. I don't think I can buy those.
You buy?
He a copper.
Yeah.
I can see ya.
That wasn't a very convincing. This next
has
shoe.
to
Now
keep
this is the
staring
shoe
at
I
him.
want. If there's any shoe I want on this list, is this one. You got the Familia Special Edition Nike SB Dunk Low First Avenue. Pay tribute to
But you like low
Prince.
tops.
Okay.
Huh?
thought you
No, I
like
want
low
these though. I want
Here you
these
go.
though. I want these
There you go.
though.
What
Prince-
gene that when you need them?
The
I want
Prince
these, though.
tribute.
What gene
I
that
like.
when you
Look
need
at
them?
that
So you don't
brick.
like tops.
I
You
like
see
that brick look.
I got some. I
That's
got
cute.
some low tops. I got some low tops. I'm not a big fan of them always. So you really got to sell me on them. And this is the shoe that you sold me on. Pays tribute to. Actually, it's the club that Prince performed at, and it loosely pays tribute to him with the purple laces and whatnot. It's funny because I have a friend of mine who has a Prince podcast. And first of all, I remember I asked him, how do you do a Prince podcast? And he was like, how do you do a sneaker podcast? And I was like, note taken. But
there's more sneakers than our
I
Princes.
know, right? Like, I don't think
That's
you'll run
the
out of Prince
thing.
information.
And he's
Maybe
rest in
not.
peace. So he's not here, so it's not like current events.
He's all
going
right.
on.
He's ongoing, but he brought up the fact like, well, he's like, oh man, the estate's gonna be paying attention to this one. I'm like, no, because one, this is paying tribute to the club that he performed at, and like the purple hits are loosely, paying tribute to him as well. But
You
Nike's
can't
not
copyright
gonna
a color.
Nike exactly, and
But
Nike's
like
not
this
gonna
is-
promote that
Right.
aspect. You know what Nike's gonna do? He's gonna let the blogs promote that aspect,
Right.
and so therefore.
But if
Nike
the blogs,
still gets.
if the blogs turn on him and say they told us to say this, then
They're not gonna do
yeah.
that because
But
they
yeah,
get
I'm just
paid.
saying. But that's when he can have a point. But outside that,
Oh yeah, but I mean,
Right.
they would have to overcome that paycheck that Nike gives them to promote the stuff. So, yeah, but no, this is the dope shoe. I love this shoe. I actually love the shoe, and I love the translucent bottom, the translucent also, because I could have just went with purple or black, but they kind of want that. So it gives it
That makes it look
more
better,
character,
though.
I guess is the word. These are nice though. I mean, yeah. I don't know what to say. Like I said, big fan of Prince. I mean, who isn't?
Right.
You know, so I was waiting for somebody to raise their hand, like, yo, like, get them out of here.
Well,
Get them out of here. Did Beyonce make him too?
No, but Prince made a lot of other artists.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
That's
did.
why I could figure you could probably do a podcast about him, because you could say, well, did he really help, so-and-so career?
But there's not so many episodes you could do with that.
Yeah,
though.
that's
true.
You know, that's to Guru's point.
Yeah.
Like you have a definite amount of material to work with. Like with sneakers is ongoing, so it becomes
stuff is
infinite instead
constantly
of definite.
coming out. And,
Yeah, but as of now, I'm buying these. I promise you. Well, I can't promise you nothing because there ain't nothing promised in the sneakers app. But
L.
yeah, that's. But
I like the
if
brick.
given the opportunity, I would definitely buy these.
Yeah, you can buy.
Yeah. Got two more shoes. This next shoe, I guess this is the new Giannis sneaker, the Nike Zoom Freak 3.
It's just like they getting to the point where it's
I don't know what you about to say.
The Kyrie was a Darsley. Kyrie.
That's what I'm about to say. That's what it reminds
Kyrie
me.
basically told KD when they made the 14 to copy my
KD's.
homework, and then now Giannis is copying KD homework.
I'm gonna be honest with
It's
you.
the
Though.
KD
They definitely look like those. Yeah,
I agree with
the
you.
KDs. That's what
And
I'm
that's
like.
probably why I
I
don't
thought I
hate
saw
them.
these before.
That's probably why I don't hate them because I love the Kyrie. I mean the Kyrie 7s. I love the KD 7s. That's probably one of my favorite KDs personally. These probably they do remind me of the KD 7s, and that's probably why I'm like.
Exactly.
These are cool. And then they got that leather
front toe.
back portion of the shoe, and then you got the synthetic front portion of the shoe. I like this shoe. I agree with everything you said.
With the Jordan 2009 bottom.
I agree with everything you said. I like this shoe. I actually like this colorway too. To be
Color
honest,
not bad.
I actually like that colorway. I doubt that's going to be the colorway that comes out. But and you know what? I take that back. This will probably be the first colorway that comes out.
They usually do black and white for his first colorway.
That would be dumb.
But they did it with the last one,
And it was dumb then. You would think the first colorway would be like reflective of his team or something. You can come up with other colorways later.
Nike used to do the preheats where the first colorways were like extreme. Like the LeBron 8 first colorway was the South Beach. Like they usually did that to like.
But it was in reference to Miami though. Like I would love to know what this reference is in Milwaukee.
Maybe some in his life.
They used to have
guess.
that purple color, didn't they?
Maybe like the Little Mermaid or something, and the blue water.
So he's from under the sea.
These are under the sea
Aquaman.
freak threes. And the last shoe, I think everybody's gonna agree on these. This comes out actually next year, early 2022. Got the Air Jordan Retro 3 Cardinal, and once again, it's hard to make an ugly 3. It really is.
Yes, it is. No, it's not.
Okay.
The infrared, not that black with that purplish and that red on. I forgot the name of them threes. Them was nasty.
The Crimson
yes.
threes.
Yes.
The wool threes. I'm pretty sure there was one more 3 that I was just kind of like. Oh, those at the 3M 3s. Those are horrible.
Facts. Nasty. All nasty.
Okay. So I mean, there are some ugly 3s.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that was really cool.
I'm clean as hell.
those-
Once again, it's a 3.
I love that. I like that crimson
the color
color.
blocking, it basically looked like a cement 3 with an alternate color on it.
Yeah, but I like
Yeah.
that color. That color is dope.
Yeah,
nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like
and I like the fact that it's not playing off of the same colors we've seen, where
All
it's
the
black,
time.
red.
I mean, but you got to
blue.
think they about to do
But
the
they
sa-
added the different red.
But they about to do the
crimson
same color
red.
blocking. Where this burgundy is, it's gonna be blue. They didn't did it with the red. They didn't did it with the black. They
I'm
didn't
saying,
do
I'm
it-
glad that
what
they're going
kind
to
of
different
blue you
colors.
think? What
It's a
kind
royal
of
blue. Come out this summer. I
Okay,
think.
royal.
I'm glad they're doing different colors.
I like
with
the
this.
crimson. They should do like an olive green.
I agree with you on that.
That'd be sweet.
And you know what I appreciate the most about this shoe? And this is a mock-up, so you know this ain't the real thing. But if this is what it's going to look like, you know what I appreciate the most about the shoe?
What?
It has a gray sock liner, like that white
Right.
sock liner. Well, once that thing turns off white, man, I'm telling you,
It's not white.
yeah,
It's off white.
It throws the shoe off. It just throws it
Whatever
off.
my
Yeah,
sock
they
liner is,
Practice
that's what I
safe
try to
hygiene.
wear for socks.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Huh?
say. That's the sock that you
Whatever
want to
my
wear.
sock liner is on my shoe, that's what I try to wear socks.
Oh,
If my
exactly.
sock liner is black,
Exactly.
I wear black socks. If our sock liner is white, I try to wear white socks because
Yep.
as soon as you mix them, you're going to have them
That
limbo.
But even
Colors
then, like,
and
or
lint,
even then, I mean, those remind me of the Jerry Stackhouse Piston jerseys.
Jerry Stackhouse. That was a minute. The maroon ones. I don't remember that.
I don't know about that one, but okay. The gold is kind of McDonald's.
It is
McDonald's
like the McDonald's arch gold, but I like it with that crimson.
I mean, hopefully Nike's paying attention. Like, all right, we're gonna do that. Like, since everybody likes that Photoshop picture, but chances are it's gonna be something. Man, you know, every now and
Hopefully
then
not.
Jordan
They need to
brand,
step it up.
it's like they see what we like and it's like, nope, we're not gonna give you that. Like the weak ones. Remember that? Remember the
I
mock-ups that we
remember
saw?
these wannabe, these Uber 12s is about to come out when they could give us taxis.
What one you
Come
talking
on, the
about?
Royalty 12s is about to come out. They're black. They're basically taxis with a gold Jordan mid-guard instead of the black one like on the taxis. They're the same exact shoe.
I gotta see those.
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't think you can put them up. The Jordan 12 Royalty. It's like black and white. You could have just gave us the taxis.
I gotta see those. I just cannot picture. You know, I think I know. So it's the same color blocking,
Yes.
right? Yeah, I gotta see those. And after that, we gotta knock off some of these news stories. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things. Man, direct to consumer is a real thing. So you know,
There you go. See?
why?
Why couldn't they just give us a taxi?
I know.
This is what I'm talking about. Like,
Now,
just
mind
give
you,
us
this
a
is another
taxi.
photo. This is another Photoshop. But if this is what it comes out to be, yeah. First of all, can I say this too?
You had to go out your way not to give us taxis on here.
I agree.
You had to go put a gold one on there when it could just have been black. Like, you had to go. Put
I agree.
sweat in them, like you went out your way.
This
Right.
is when this is one of those instances where Jordan Brand gives like their fans the middle finger, like, you know, we could give you what you want, but we're not. Can I say this about the 12s too? Can we please go back to the OG cut? Please go back to the OG cut. The mud guard used to come up a little higher and it had like this fat look to it. And they weren't as narrow. I don't know what the hell they're doing now.
2012s or the last like great fitting 12s. Everything else now is tight.
The 12s, it feel like somebody is like holding a knife to my foot. It's like,
Right.
dog, it's like,
To both.
like, dog, like, what are you doing on my foot? Tight. All right, let's get to some
Narrow
sneaker
toe.
news.
That's from narrow toe.
This is a lot of news out here, and I definitely want to get into it. Adidas and Allbirds. So it's funny because, and as I was writing out this news story, I don't know if this is the first time this has happened with a brand doing this type of crossover that didn't buy out the other brand. Like, you've seen Adidas and Reebok do some stuff, and you've seen Nike and Converse do some stuff. But I don't know if we've ever seen two brands independent of one another do this. But Adidas and Allbirds made a shoe that was 100% recycled.
Oh,
An
wow.
article written by Riley Jones from Soul Collector. Shout out to Riley. I think he had a birthday recently too. Shout out to him. It's not often for footwear brands to team up, but Adidas and Allbirds did just that to achieve a carbon neutral sneaker. The rare industry collaboration was announced around this time last year. I missed that memo, I guess. 12 months later, the two brands are ready to roll out product. The result, a shoe with zero carbon emissions known as the Futurecraft Footprint. Now, while the two brands weren't able to meet the ambitious goal of carbon neutrality, they did manage to make a pair with 63% less emissions than one of Adidas's comparable running shoes. Scrawled in the fine print of the midsole of the shoe is information about the shoe, like its carbon footprint. The Allbirds Adidas Futurecraft Footprint is constructed with 70% recycled polyester. Yeah, I mean, it looks more of an Allbirds shoe than it does Adidas
It look
shoe.
more like an Allbirds shoe.
Yeah. Made with 70% recycled polyester and 30% natural
Can we
tinsel.
lower the sneaker loose a little bit so we see the bottom of the shoe? Okay.
Oh, okay. That's
I
what
gotta
it
be
is.
really clean. Like, I ain't mad at those.
I like them.
That's a very
That's
dapper looking sneaker.
It
right
is.
there.
I like it.
Thank you.
That is a Silicon Valley shoe right there. If I've ever seen
Definitely.
one.
You're definitely the senior vice president of Apple. Wearing those.
Exactly. Walking through like, hey guys.
30% natural tinsel, which is made from wool pulp. I didn't know that. The midsole
That's
of the
really good,
shoes uses Allbirds sugarcane based sweet foam material. Sweet foam just sound
Look at that
Edible.
shoe. Look at that
I'm
C's
saying.
edible
Sound
shoe.
edible.
I'm saying, I'm about to
Edible
buy
shoes,
these.
C's. I know you happy. Edible shoes.
I'm sad.
100 pairs of this collaboration will be 100 pairs. Oh, this collaboration will be made available this month
Only CEOs.
through a raffle accessible to Adidas Creators Club members, followed by a launch of 10,000 pairs during this fall and winter, and an even wider release during the spring summer 2022.
Somebody buy them for me for my birthday, September 23rd.
You can't release these in fall winter.
Man.
But if you live in Miami,
Do I
Yeah,
just
I'm
say
gonna say
you
certain
live
places,
in California?
yeah, down south, stuff like that, West Coast.
Everywhere but Detroit.
Right.
That's
I mean,
basically
you
what it
can wear them before Labor Day.
Man. The shoe industry's biggest issues the shoe industry's biggest issues in the future, according to top executives. An article written by Sheena Butler Young for Footwear News.
Hey,
This must have been one of her last ones before she left. As the coronavirus rages on and national vaccination efforts are plagued with challenges, shoe industry leaders have a bevy of issues to contend with as they try to chart the way forward. Still, out of the 100 industry executives surveyed by the FDRA, which is the Footwear Distributors and Retailers of America, most of them are feeling optimistic about the future. According to the FDRA, the bulk of the industry is sanguine, or whatever that means, on the outlook of the U.S. economy and shoe shoppers' buying power, with 74% of executives indicating that they see a strong six-month outlook for both the economy and consumer buying power. Nevertheless, when asked to select the company's biggest issue for the next 6 months, 35% indicated that they're concerned about production and supply chain costs, which is a real thing since everything was shut down last year. This is why release dates have been moving around. This is why you've seen a lot of restocks,
Right.
because they'll sell the initial release and then the remaining bulk of that stock comes in, and so you'll have restocks and things of that nature. So it's all fluid right now.
Yeah.
Steep tariffs initiated by former President Trump remain in place, and West Coast port issues are reaching a fever pitch due to COVID-19 induced disruptions and heavy container volumes. So that's a lot of once again, when we talk about sneakers and stuff, a lot of this stuff doesn't get thought about, like tariffs and distribution and supply chains, at least by the average
consumer
person.
When you're in business and you're doing shipping, them tariffs has been super high,
man.
over the
they be
last
going
year.
higher too. I don't know where they at right now, but hopefully they've flatlined have gone down. Meanwhile, about 32% indicated that they see new consumer behavior shifts as the top concern, which, people have been used to buying online. You see a lot of brick and mortar stores closing, a lot of malls. Do people still go there?
Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
Do they?
Yes,
Okay.
they do.
The malls still be bumping.
I think prior to COVID,
Well, I think right now too, because everybody's looking for something to do.
Prior to COVID, it was trending to I'll just order.
Right.
Yeah. But now that people were in the house for so long,
They're back
making
out.
their business to go back out and shop. And
Yeah.
it's like people are buying stuff that I have never thought they would buy in my 10 years plus in sneaker retail, but they're continuing to it is. So my thing is, you're trying to shift it when it's actually shifting the other way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Backwards.
It's just, and a lot of times they're the orderings are picking up because you don't send it to the store no more. Not because
Because I can get a better selection online than I can in the store.
You forcing the customer that way. It's not like when it was a fork in the road. How I chose to do it in this. If they're both available readily.
But you know why though? Because there's more overhead to open the store or maintain the store than the website.
Money. Yeah.
But that as well. But also too, when here's something they don't think about. You funneling more business to your inventory, right?
Yeah.
To your online business, but you didn't you didn't improve your logistics. You didn't hire more people.
Yep.
So now you shift them this way, and it took them 3 weeks to get their shoe. I'm not doing that no more. I'm going.
Because I want them,
store.
and the only
'Cause most
difference
people
is
are
that
like me. They
because
don't wanna
people,
wait 3 weeks
I about to say,
eBay.
people want their stuff right now. So with the online and COVID
has
it's
made
made
people
it
more impatient.
Yeah, you waited 3 months for a package, you would be impatient too. So nobody want to hear about
it's
COVID.
Like they're shifting it back, like they're trying to funnel it.
Pay attention to eBay.
And they're kind of pushing it back to in store. So
I think it'll rebalance once everything the economy gets back
gonna beat up on
on
eBay.
point. It'll balance back out. I would
we
think.
we're
Oh,
starting to
so.
having record
Yeah.
numbers, and I'm looking like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But now with numerous studies indicating that many
And-
COVID-caused shopping behaviors.
What they call them? Porch pirates, pirate thief, people stealing your packages. That's another thing. You rather just go get it than
That's
be
another,
waiting for it to get stolen.
Numerous studies indicating that many COVID-caused shopping behaviors are likely to stick. Execs are fortifying their strategies. Nearly 18% of executives surveyed also indicated that COVID itself was a top concern, of course. 9% said labor, such as cost, quality, and shortages. And then 3% chose government issues, such as taxes and regulations. I'm going to leave that alone. Another 3% selected inventory and retail prices as their biggest concerns going forward. The whole thing, I want to touch on that, but I really feel like I should not. I really feel, because it's like, I just have why are people afraid of regulations? I get it can stymie some things.
Profits.
You know why? There's a certain group of people who don't like regulations.
There's a lot of people at the top.
Because it allows it. If there's no regulations, I can do business almost borderline unethical.
Exactly. Any way I want.
Just like, I just think of me working at a plant. I can imagine
if there was no
I can just imagine what life was like before OSHA. It's probably injuries every day all day.
Yeah, it's just.
Back in the 80s, people used to get hurt, all type of stuff. I mean, think of all the people that died from mesothelioma and asbestos in those plants that didn't get no type of benefits. They just died from cancer.
Yeah, it's funny. I ain't seen, maybe because I don't watch regular TV like that much no more. Because I remember I used to see that commercial all the time here in Detroit.
Yeah, now you see the baby powder one. I think.
Yeah, but like I said, it's the regulation part. People have to realize they're there for a reasons.
Yeah,
and that is why. Like I was looking at how Houston. They privatized their electricity, right? So it's not part of the government grid. How they had that freeze out.
They needed to after that situation.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is why you want to control your own thing because there's
rich people tell you this is going to benefit
you,
the regular person.
Texas?
Go the opposite way. They are not looking out for your best interest. That's a perfect example of that. Because had y'all been regulated, they would have told you, hey, this has to be winterized. Yes, well, I understand it's Texas.
Right.
But you know what? Just in case. And
but
then just in case happened. And guess what? You didn't have electricity.
Disrespect to any Texans. But sometimes I feel like some Texans, they can be hard-headed. They feel like, in that state particularly that
they want to succeed. I bet you wanted to be a part of the country that day.
Well, I mean, they make up a big part of profits in different parts, so I can see them wanting to privatize their electrical grid, but they need to do a better job.
Anytime somebody privatize anything, they will cut corners for the benefit of themselves.
And you can tell that's why nobody had power. For one ice storm that didn't last for 3 hours.
Whatever increases profits.
And what is the number one issues every 4 years during an election?
Healthcare. Exactly.
Because it's privatized.
And
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, sportswear giants are shifting more towards direct-to-consumer. I'm telling you, man, it's coming. I'm telling you, one day you're going to go on a Foot Locker, you might not even see a shoe there. An article written by Felix Richter for Statista.com. While brands like Nike, Adidas, and Puma are bitter rivals, they all have one thing in common. They're trying to cut out the middleman. Recently, Adidas announced an ambitious 4-year plan called Own the Game, which centers around a shift towards a direct-to-consumer-led business model. As part of the strategy, Adidas aims for its direct-to-consumer business to account for half of its total sales by 2025. Half. That might not, 50%. I don't know what the percentage is now, but 50% of shoes disappearing from the shelves and going online.
Just going with technology, the way of the world.
Yep. And they also want to contribute more than 80% to their targeted revenue growth until then. Adidas' new business model will be built around membership, such as the Creators Club, a strategy that both Nike and Adidas has been pursuing aggressively in recent years. By 2025, Adidas aims to triple its members to around 500 million, all while doubling their e-commerce sales to around $10 billion. And it's funny because you go on to because Nike, you have to, Nike members, Adidas has the Creators Club, Reebok has something similar. I don't shop on Puma or New Balance that often, so I don't know if they have anything like that as well. But the reason why people want your emails and stuff like that is because of the reasons like this. Let me see where we at. Oh, while with direct-to-consumer sales accounting for 41% of total sales in 2020, Adidas is half a step ahead of Nike. Oh, wow, I didn't expect to read that. Whose direct-to-consumer business accounted for 35% of their sales in their last completed fiscal year. Here's a breakdown of direct-to-consumer sales for select sportswear companies. Adidas increased their direct-to-consumer sales from 33% in 2019 to 41% in 2020. Under Armour increased their I'm going to just say DTC. Under Armour increased their DTC sales from 34% in 2019 to 40% in 2020. So even Under Armour is getting in on this, and I mean that should tell you something.
I mean, they've been talking about this for the past 3, 4, 5 years.
Eager to sell their products outside of Dick's or Sporting Goods, like
Right.
yeah,
They got that store downtown. Don't tell them that.
Right.
But that's
Yo, I thought that was Michael Jordan's trainer in the blue shirt.
Oh, wow.
talking about Tim Grover.
Yeah, Tim Grover. It looked like him.
You silly.
Anyway,
But I mean,
Nike
that's what's
Nike
happening.
increased their DTC sales from 32% in 2019 to just 35% in 2020, and Puma increased their sales from 25% in 2019 to 27% in 2020. So everybody's making the move and making a push to that, because why not? Cut out the middleman. Instead of getting half the revenue selling it to you wholesale, why not get 100%?
I mean, I wouldn't even say it sounds so harsh as to cut out the middleman. It's just what's happening. Like, how many people, like you said, people are impatient. Then you got a new generation of kids that's computer tech savvy. Nobody wants to go out and wait. Then you just had a pandemic, which is going to add even more pressure. Then it was some talks about it reoccurring in about 3 or 5 years. So that's just happening. Like, you got to think, people don't want to be out amongst other people. They don't want to have to deal with the hassles. Once again, there's more selections online. It's just that's the millennials. That's where the time is going.
It looks like that, but
time to be alive.
For now,
it looks like that. But in the store, we're doing record numbers.
well, yeah, like you said. But why was you doing record numbers last year?
I mean, we were closed. Yeah,
Okay.
well, I'm saying, yeah,
It's a
but,
year
yeah,
before last, then,
but
19.
They were doing numbers. But here's my thing, though. Like I said before, prior to COVID, it was shifting to I'm order.
Right.
But when people were locked in the house and they had to order and they couldn't go out,
Yeah.
now they're turning the other way. They're busting a U-turn.
But
and saying,
by how long?
I'm a grade. Like
I was just thinking the same thing in my head. Like, somebody gonna shut that kid up.
Like those things are like they want to come in. They're buying any and everything in the store, and we doing it. So I'm like, and now people, I think with COVID, I think they're not going out. They're not gonna take for granted no more. So
I was just gonna say,
they want to go out. They're gonna go
For
out.
now,
If COVID
give
did
it another
anything-
10 years.
If COVID did
Maybe
anything,
20.
it made you realize how much we took for granted, like just everyday life, just being able to go out to eat, and everything. So yeah, it's
that's what I feel. And my thing is,
For our generation.
what I would do is, if you got the most traffic, that's where you need to be putting your product. You know what I'm saying? And to continue to push it because you have it. You can pull from stores, you can dwindle from stores at any given moment with the push of a button.
Right.
But since you got the traffic and they're giving you the numbers to back it, push it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would agree.
I want to get your take on this. Walmart opposes Kanye's new Yeezy style sun logo. An article written by Ben. Man, what's up with, I'm telling y'all, with these weird last names.
Clash of the
Change your name to
Titans.
Smith and Jones and make it easy for me. Ben Unglesby for RetailDive.com. Walmart has filed papers opposing a trademark from Kanye West's Yeezy brand that Walmart says is too similar to their own Spark logo and could cause confusion among consumers. I'm pretty sure people are not going to
Walmart has
confuse
the blue and the yellow, so I'm confused.
And Kanye could say his.
Can we get a bigger
That
picture
could be
of
a
that-
snowflake or
So,
something.
I mean, kind of, sort of. Okay,
Yeah.
so
The black, the solid black one, yes. This one, no. The dots,
we got to get
no.
John on the show, back on the show. We got, he's a lawyer, but I understand
I mean,
why Walmart did it, because with a trademark, you have to defend your trademark.
right.
You have to. So even if something comes close, you have an obligation to defend it. Now, you might lose, but you still have to go out there and defend it. But
There's 8 rays of sunlight as opposed to 6.
Exactly.
I know, but it's still close enough. I'm just saying, like.
But it's stuff that's
how
close,
trademark-
but
That's what's gonna edge them out.
exactly.
It
Long
looks
as it's
similar.
not the same,
It
I
looks
mean,
similar.
all it has to do is be too close.
the
Yeah, it's
shape
too
is
close.
similar.
Walmart first used the Spark logo in the fall of 2007. Since then, they use it across their business categories from healthcare clinics. They got healthcare. Have I not been to Walmart in a while? Like I didn't. I just thought they had fat people in spandex. I didn't know they had anything.
You silly fat people.
Beneficiary for the rest of us. So anyway, they got healthcare clinics to installment finance services. What? To drive-in movie theaters. Where is there a Walmart drive-in movie theater?
It's probably owned.
It has to be somewhere in like the South.
Don't they own Sam's Club too?
Yes, they do.
Exactly. So it's not unheard of. It's
It
probably
is
not
to
going to
me.
be on the building, or it's probably on the paperwork
Wow.
or the letterhead or
Okay.
something like that.
Yeezy first filed an application with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office in early 2020 for a design that consists of 8 dotted lines around an empty circle resembling rays from a sun. Last week, Walmart filed a notice of opposition to the trademark requesting that the USPTO refuse to register Yeezy's design. In its opposition filings to the Yeezy logo, Walmart argued that they overlap too much in the areas where the logo could be used. The company also argued, and that's another thing too about trademarks. So you have a trademark for like clothing, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else could have the same trademark for something else and they coexist, right? The company also argued that the goods and services listed in Yeezy's application were exceedingly numerous, which included everything from decorative magnets to modular metal homes. So Yeezy is going to make homes. Somebody's going to have a Yeezy house.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not ready for that.
I am not
I'm not ready for
surprised.
that. Like, I'm still dealing with the shoe part of everything. Like, if I had to go see a Yeezy house, I'm
but
good.
some of the houses are like some of this architecture nowadays. Are like kind of you can see it can translate into the house.
no, it's
he's
just
Yeah.
been into all of that.
He just
Before-
was building a church, right? Out
Is he?
in,
No, I ain't
California. Yeah, it was on the Kardashian show. He
you
had
watched that?
Yes, he had a whole property out
whoa,
there.
Whoa. Watch the sass. You said it like.
I mean, I ain't like
Yes.
a diehard fan, but I do watch it. He had he was building a church, so I can see the architectural part.
But here's
Wow.
this is what I
Yeah.
have to say regarding this right here.
I want to know. I'm
Here's
more
what Bubba
interested
like.
why you watched that show.
Then they
I
had
don't
the
know.
fake Jordans on the Walmart.com.
Entertainment.
Huh?
They had the fake Yeezys and Jordans on Walmart.com because they was letting third people. They was basically
The
middlemen
third party,
and said-
yeah.
So it's like you gotta.
Now
My
you
thing with
wanna
Walmart,
be-
you have a value, a point to dispute it, but at
Right.
the same time, you've done
Taking it too far.
on the other side.
Well, this isn't the first time that the
Supreme
Yeezy
Hustlers,
brand
right.
has been sued over trademark issues. A hunting apparel maker sued the brand back in 2018 for allegedly infringing on the copyrights with a camel pattern used on some of Yeezy's clothing products. However, the lawsuit was ultimately dismissed. So,
I just feel like
on.
they fishing. They probably see a thread and they just fishing.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Oh, I smell fish.
Camel
if I-
print though,
Somebody eating fish?
you can't.
I feel like that's too vague.
Yeah,
for
that's
camel
what I'm
print.
saying. This one has more validity, but that camel print.
But once again, if I have a trademark and yours look anywhere close to mine, oh yeah, I'm gonna see you in court.
Right. I mean, yeah, if I'm big enough and I know you're a big enough brand where it's going to affect me.
So yeah, you watch the Kardashians though. Of all the
This
shows to watch.
is their last season out of 20 years, so I've been, watching it sporadically when I'm sitting around doing nothing.
What's interesting about that show? I really want to know now. Like I really want to know.
I mean,
Cause I can't imagine
it's
them
just
doing anything.
entertainment.
I can't imagine them doing anything that would entertain me. Like just sitting around the house and complaining
I think
about
it's because I
Tristan
probably
cheating on her or
started
something.
watching. Started watching it, early on, and I think just the transition from then, because I missed multiple seasons in the middle. I ain't gonna lie, some I ain't even saw 'em. I don't know what happened. And all them
Stick wants
sidebar
to jump in
shows.
so bad. What's up, Stick?
I mean, I gotta admit, I got sucked into the Kardashians
Oh,
a couple years ago
thank
too,
you.
bro. Scott Disick is my hero.
That's what
That
I'm
is a
saying.
legend, and I could watch Kourtney Kardashian do anything.
I like Courtney too. I ain't gonna lie.
She the one.
She's a kind
She
of a
the
girl
one, man.
crush.
She the one.
She is a little girl
They gotta
crush.
find a new network to move to.
But no, like I said, it's interesting to watch them grow and just the different things they
Look
go
at Guru.
through.
Guru. I mean,
You hear about it in the news, but you get to see
he's
it
doing
play
his best
out on the
Abraham
show.
Lincoln impersonation right now.
Don't say that.
Abraham
Please
Lincoln. Oh my God.
Please don't say that.
I guess
Please
but
don't
I guess
say
sitting
that.
up watching ESPN hours upon hours is just as entertaining, right? Them stories that be coming on ESPN at night is annoying. Then they replay it over and over
This
and
is why I don't
over.
watch ESPN.
See, so here's the thing. Like, I think women watch the Kardashian show because they can see any relatable things. A mother who's overbearing or always controlling. Sisters who feel like one of them are jealous with each other when they're happy with a mate. And another family member trying to tell them about their marriage or their relationship. So I think
Just
that's
one
why
big
women
family.
like that, because they can try to compare, like, yeah, my sister act like that. And yeah, like, I can see it. But in totality, as a show, to each his own.
No, I was shocked that she said she watched it. I'm more even shocked
I
that Stick
do.
watches it now.
And like he said, you could get sucked in. You watch, you start looking at it, and you just. And if you enjoy the actual people to some degree,
He gets stuck in for the eye candy.
I mean,
Candy
most people
for
do.
it. Like,
All you
Stick,
seeing
yeah.
is
Like, that's what he kinda
boobs
meant.
and
I mean, I can
booty
admit-
all day. Of course,
I can admit I watched Flavor of Love when it was on the show, you know, so.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
guess
Everybody has
Going
their
into it, they
mishaps.
take nothing seriously though.
And I don't take everything serious. Like, it be times where I might have saw a picture posted on Instagram of Kim and she had cellulite. Then I look at the show and they talking about that picture or that situation. So it's like sometimes you just,
God
it's just
forbid.
something to do. Like, and if I had a show about my life, I would hope that you would
Like
watch
seriously,
it.
like how much time was
over
dedicated? How much time on
and
that show?
seeds.
How much time was dedicated on that show to talk about cellulite? Because that just seems like the most trite thing ever.
You
It's
gotta
like-
watch the episodes with Scott Disick, man. I swear you'll
I'm
like
not-
that.
I
Scott is-
refuse
yeah,
to.
especially
You'll
the
like that
old
dude.
ones when he was acting crazy.
Dude,
now
it's-
he trying to be good.
I
He's a
I'm
legend.
telling you, you had to be like, what's that movie? Or Bird? Where they had to force people to watch something. It was on Netflix last year or the year before that.
Now, which
I
one
don't
is
know. I
that?
feel like when brothers get
Oh, Birdhouse or Bird something.
Yeah.
Yes, Bird
Box.
something.
Bird Box.
Bird
Bird
Box.
Bird
That wasn't.
Box.
Oh, Bird Box. Yeah.
That was.
just like,
Yeah, like you, that's the only way you would get me to watch the Kardashians. Like you would have to
they
like
just do-
restrain
they-
me and keep my eyes open.
they just do something to brothers that I can't.
And even
do
then, I
justice.
would like just.
Oh, they
Maybe the guy-
destroyed Brothers. That's,
That's
for
why
sure,
they
man.
just
That's
destroy
Exactly.
brothers doing that. Lamar Odom, like.
No, they like sirens
I
or
saw
something.
somebody tweet like Lamar like OD'd off of whatever substance he did, and he was like, and she still wouldn't leave him. Like, and somebody was like, "Get out, Tristan!" Like, it's just certain things that it just.
I feel like they get sucked into the whole because when you watch the show, you can see how anybody would want to go hang
the
out with
mother is
them.
But
like,
here's
you know what?
I think they get caught up in
you know
that
what it is?
family
What's
dynamic.
The mother-
We're having a 15-minute conversation.
I can't
about
believe
this
it.
right now.
I know.
Y'all got sucked in.
That's because y'all right. They got sucked in. Y'all got
We're
sucked
trying to tell
in.
you why you should get out. That's all. That's all we tell you why you should get out.
The mother's like Shang Tsung. She just sucks the soul
about
out of
Shang
every,
out of every black
out of
man.
every black man that
That's all they
encounters that
are.
family. Like
in
it's
the
just-
shadow realm. We try to tell you it don't go. Like,
I think that the black guys just like the fact that they got all these beautiful women around. They
But
getting stuff. They get to go on trips. They get these little perks. Oh yeah,
And that's
Tristan,
another
come do
like
this.
beautiful.
They like the perks.
Like, dude, if you got to get full body surgery to
facts,
fucking be
nigga,
beautiful,
shot
dog,
and
then I'm
Ben
straight, bro.
Simmons.
James Harden
But-
got away and live his
Hell
best
yeah, he did.
life.
Good for him.
Woo.
No, like, what's the one daughter? Like, she looked so bumpkinish, and then she got surgery. All of a sudden, she's hot. I'm like, that don't
Who?
count. That don't
That's
count.
O.J. Simpson's daughter.
Chloe.
No, not Chloe.
no, Courtney. I think
Chloe
Courtney.
definitely was
younger
looking
one.
a little.
That's one of the younger ones.
Kylie.
She looked like,
Yeah,
oh my
because she was
God.
definitely looking
You see
a
the
little,
before and afters. It's
a
like,
little
come on,
ginnery,
son.
a little ginnery.
Yeah, she definitely looked like her dad
Now she looked like Kim.
or mom, whatever. Whatever it is.
Oh, okay, look, you about to.
I'm
What
good.
a-
Cancel.
right.
Look.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
And it was just so much drama. Like you said, you got all these different basketball players. You got Black China. You got Tiger. Then they dating
He a
the
sucker
other
for that
cousin.
one. I'm sorry. Like Snoop
You
said
date
it
one
best.
sister, they have a baby by this girl, then she get pregnant by this brother. It's
And
just
don't
like
forget about
said-
Rob and his sock line.
exactly. That's I
His
still ain't
sock
seen them
line.
socks.
Man,
Oh, Rob, he just done lost it. Look
Robert
at girl.
Kardashian
He's
is
like,
rolling
I
over the
can't.
grave right now.
I can't. Let's talk about one of the shows y'all watch that's trash.
I saw Flavor of Love. Let's talk about that.
No, I'm talking about current.
I watched Godfather of Harlem.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not that
I
bad.
wa-
It's a
wa-
new
me and my lady,
series.
I
Right now, I'm
watched-
watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. So
And I watch basketball.
Funny show.
Right, basketball.
Oh wow, really?
If it was
Did
for
she just make that
basketball,
face?
if it
I
was
like
for basketball, the
football. I like
Kardashians would have
football.
nothing to date. Right. So, you better thank us for making them popular.
Right, whose soul was she
Before you
sucking?
got the
Yeah.
storyline.
Man, they just look. I don't know what to say about that.
Hey, can somebody do that? Like, can somebody Photoshop? What's the mother's name?
Chris.
Is it Jenner?
Yeah.
Can somebody Photoshop Chris
I
Jenner?
want her to be my manager. Shoot.
Can somebody make a mock meme of Mortal Kombat and replace Shang Tsung with Chris Jenner? I would love to see that. Like, you know, they go to verses.
I mean, even
somebody make that
Caitlyn
happen.
went back to Chris and asked her for some advice to help her make some money. Because obviously she's the guru.
Well, apparently, just whore your
Don't ever
daughters out.
disrespect me in that regard. Don't ever say Caitlyn
She's the
Jenner,
guru
and look
of
at me.
managing.
Don't you ever.
Some
Nah,
call her
don't
guru,
don't
some call her a
disrespect my
pimp, you know.
pronoun. I'm standing a stand. Don't you disrespect my pronoun. Don't ever talk to
apologize.
him like that again.
Him.
Me as a
I
him.
know,
You
I'm
know,
just
talk-
laughing.
They and
Don't even
them?
talk to him like that again.
Man,
My apologies.
I can't keep
Nah,
up with.
you
I got a
know,
little beside myself.
I can't keep
Nah,
up with all
you
these
good,
pronouns.
But man, I'm straight. Yeah,
I can't watch that show. I'm sorry, man. I think
But have you ever watched it? That's the question.
I refuse to. Some
But-
things you just
okay,
know.
so you never did it, so you can't say
I can promise you, there's
really
things I would not
anything.
watch on TV. That's golf, church on TV.
Have you ever seen
and
that
the
movie, The
Kardashians.
Human Centipede?
Hell, I promise you, I would never watch that. I promise you. I don't need to know what happens in that. Nope.
Oh, I just didn't know.
Some movies are just some movies and TV shows. I just
don't
know.
Sometimes I just scroll through television and then
You would watch anything.
Basically, I would watch anything. And then once I get to looking at it, I get hooked and I'd be surprised like, oh, this was actually good.
I can't do it. I cannot do it. Just some things. Human Centipede. I would rather watch the Human Centipede than the Kardashians. I promise you.
I don't know.
I know.
Whew, that was a little extra. Have you ever seen it?
No, I
You
don't.
know
I
what
don't.
it's about?
Yeah, I think I can gather from the title and from the press pictures what that movie was about. And then I saw that South Park episode when they did it. So, good.
Right, South Park.
Yeah.
I forgot they did do that.
This week in Stupid. Man charged with robbery in sneaker sales. Surprise. Right. Who would have thought
But that's
this week in
every
Stupid?
week.
Right. An article written by Brandon King for sneakershop.com. A man in Enfield, Connecticut was arrested after a sneaker sale went awry. According to police chief Alaric... No, we did this already.
I thought we read that.
Yeah, we did that. Okay, anyway. Police searching for sneaker robbers. That's the next
Same
story, right?
thing.
Robbery. An article written by Brandon King for sneakershoptalk.com. Police in Hazleton, Pennsylvania are trying to track down the last two members of a foursome that committed... I know, I shouldn't have paused there. Members of a foursome that committed an armed robbery over sneakers. On March 17th, police were called in regards to an armed robbery that took place at South Poplar Street and Berber Avenue. The victim indicated that one of the suspects contacted him on social media to purchase sneakers from him. Man, I'm telling you, dog, social media is catching
I
all
just
y'all.
don't understand why people are
It's like one
still
big
doing
net.
that.
The victim met with two unidentified males, and shortly thereafter, two other males named Christopher and Jonathan Ramirez. So I'm guessing they're brothers. Same last name, right?
Right.
Arrived and began walking nearby. Within moments, the victim was struck in the face with a gun, and the suspects began to help themselves to the victim's belongings from his vehicle before fleeing in different directions. Later, the victim noticed fraudulent charges were made using his credit card at stores at Hazel Township's Laurel Mall. Responding officers to the robbery arrived to the scene but were initially unsuccessful in locating the suspects. But upon retrieval of video surveillance, both Jonathan and Christopher Ramirez were spotted returning to the mall and making purchases with a third male. What? Okay, look. Okay. One, just assume that there's cameras everywhere because chances are they are. Second thing,
they are.
Why would you go back to the scene of the crime that day with stolen credit cards to buy? Like, sometimes y'all
Fiending.
it's like y'all
Fiending.
you know what? You can save yourself the favor of even committing a crime. Just go to jail. They will allow you to lock yourself up for a day. If you want to go to jail that bad, just go.
That's
save us
sick.
all the crime. Like, why would you commit the crime? Like, you want to get caught. You obviously want to get caught. You went back to the scene of the crime the same day.
Exactly.
I mean, they tell you
Dummy.
that. I saw forensic people tell you they could usually do that.
Most people go back to the crime for some reason. I don't know why. That's retarded. I'm going far as way right now.
Here's a shocker. The 3 men were later arrested and taken into custody because you went back to the fucking scene of the crime.
Right.
Christopher and Jonathan were charged with 4 counts of conspiracy. Okay, so I got an issue with this, but let's go through this. The 3 men were, so they were charged with 4 counts of conspiracy to commit robbery, 1 count of conspiracy to commit simple robbery. Is there a such thing as complex robbery? Like simple robbery?
Planned it.
Ocean's 11.
Right.
1 count of conspiracy to commit simple assault. 1
Then
count
they
of
punch him?
I don't know.
Didn't you
Maybe
say
they wanted to. I don't know.
I thought you said they hit somebody.
1 count of conspiracy to commit theft by unlawful taking. Isn't that stealing? Like, how do you lawfully steal something? Like, that seems a bit redundant.
Election.
Well, I guess they mean it because they were technically, the guy was going to actually give them money for whatever.
But you could just say 1 count of conspiracy to commit theft.
But then they stole it, so that wasn't their initial. Was it their? Can they prove that that was the intent?
But you could just say 1 count of conspiracy to commit theft.
That's it.
Right. Unlawfully.
To continue with, but with by unlawful taking, like that just feels redundant.
If you take something unlawfully,
that's what
exactly.
theft is. Like, it's an unlawful taking. 1 count of conspiracy to commit receiving stolen property, which once again feels a bit redundant because that's what theft is. And 2 counts of conspiracy to commit access device.
They trying to hit them with the same charge multiple times.
I was going to say, and this is my issue.
A good lawyer would throw half of those out.
Not to say these are idiots not worth arresting, but all these charges just seem redundant. It just seems like they just pile on.
Well, you heard the last name.
Conspiracy to commit simple robbery.
That means
can't just say robbery. Can't just say robbery.
Robbery.
Conspiracy to commit theft by unlawful taking. Like, this,
right.
It just feels like, hey, let's make up as many charges.
Make it sound worse.
Yeah. Let's take this 1 crime and turn it into 10.
That's what a lot of times that's what happens though.
Let's multiply it.
You could and people don't realize that they committed multiple offenses in 1 crime.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I don't think they
This
realize.
might be a first too. This might be the first time I've read a story acknowledge that the people committing the crime were idiots and deserve to be in jail, but at the same time feel
it was
bad
excessive
for
crime.
Like,
it was charged excessively.
Sheesh. Anyway, both were arraigned and the bail was set at $150,000. Jesus. Police have asked anyone with information on the 2 unidentified males to call the Hazleton Police Department at 570-459-4940. Seller, Forts. No, there's another one I want to get to.
Slide out here for y'all. Hit the work.
Oh,
Me
okay.
too, actually. So if you want to do that, let's go.
Okay, you know what? I'll never. This is ended. Okay.
Sorry, you ain't got it.
No,
I just had to slide out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Don't go buy shoes off the internet.
Y'all could do like an after hours with the Kardashians. You know,
how about after hours?
A little movie review. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so what is it?
Movie review.
Y'all can react. Y'all can do y'all reaction. React to a Kardashian
Apparently,
scene.
she has to get to the new episode of the Kardashians. So on that note, we're gonna end it right there.
I gotta get some more content.
Go Lakers.
Episode 294. We'll see you guys next week for episode 295. We're gonna leave y'all with this week's word of the week by Jumpman Bostic.
What up, though?
What up,
Another
though?
great show by the crew. The word of the week: don't let your pride take over your life. It can cause you your freedom, your job. Just let things go. There's no sense in letting pride, ego, or you going out doing something that you know in the end will cause you trouble. Words are nothing. Your freedom is worth more than any trouble that will come your way from allowing your pride to take over situations. All right, it's your main man, Jumpman Bostic. I'm fading to the back from the basement of the J's. I'll catch you next week. Make sure you tune in to another show, and I'll have another word of the week for you then. Peace.